Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. We need to just accept what it do, what it don't, what it is, and what it ain't. It's your boy, Don Otaku, aka Don Solo, aka Solo the Don, aka Solo D Swaggy, aka
Bruh.
And this is Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast, episode 36. Yes, I actually looked this time. Not messing it up. And of course, I am here with my co-host, Subegels, aka Subeg, aka the Green Thumb, aka the Gaming Gardener, aka what you got for me today?
Hit me with a sound effect.
Oh, I got you. Let's see. AKA
Nani?
and of course, Lognet's very own. What it do, man? What you been up to?
Oh man, I'm always going through it, but I'm just gonna jump into my notes, bro. Just two quick ones today. So you know how the ROG Xbox got leaked, where it's like literally like off the shelf parts and shit?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I predicted that on the show, so I just kind of wanted to give myself some flowers for that. I literally said they should just put the Zen 2 or Z2 or whatever and just throw that bitch in there and call it a Xbox. And it seems like they're gonna do that. So shout out to the past version of me. But it's
I mean, I never expected them to make a custom chipset for this.
yeah.
No, the real handheld for sure.
The real handheld's coming out in 7 days as of the time this goes up. But yeah, man. But I'm doing good though. I was thinking about it the other day. Like, have you seen The Wind Rises by Studio Ghibli?
Yes, but not as an adult.
Okay, so you don't really remember it, huh?
Not at all.
It's actually one of their newer ones, newer in quotes, because it came out in 2013. But so you don't really remember it, huh?
Yeah, I watched it when it first came out, and I do not really. I shouldn't say as an adult because I was like 20, but not recent at all.
Yeah, I didn't watch it when it came out either. I have seen some Ghibli because it came out in 2013, but I have seen some Ghibli movies at that time. Like I've seen like Ponyo and stuff like that. I think I might have seen one or two others, but I didn't fully watch every single Ghibli movie until like 2019. So, but I was just thinking because in that movie, it's kind of like, it's funny because that movie is kind of like Oppenheimer, but like animated, which is interesting. You know, like it's literally like almost like bar to bar, the same beat. Like if you really think about it, but the thing that like I always resonated with that movie is like the idea of in that movie, the idea was like you got 10 years to like achieve that like dream goal that you have, right? So it's like, and Jiro is the one that made the Jiro plane, and that was like the whole like meaning of that movie is like chasing your dreams. He loved planes, so it's like that's why he wanted to chase this dream plane, but then making it ended up causing like chaos and destruction and like a war pretty much. So it's like it had so many implications, but like he still like that other stuff wasn't in his control. Like the thing that was in his control was like chasing his dream, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like I'm a year into this like journalism or whatever you want to call it. I'm like a year into it, so it's kind of like I'm starting to think like how I want to like proceed going forward and stuff, you know, because I feel like if you just keep on doing like how it was, and it's like it's never gonna get better. So it's like even in a sense, like I don't even know where I'm going with this. But like, yeah, I'm a year into this, you know, the writing stuff. So it's you know, it's already been a journey, which is crazy. Like, so like I've already been through roller coasters. You know, I literally lost a friend because of this LogNet shit because like, so I'm pretty sure everyone knows this, but we don't get paid, right?
Yeah.
Like, and and COG is very open about it. You know, they're very open about it when you first sign up. Like, it's like you're not gonna get paid for this, and you know, I'm obviously not gonna lie to people like when they talk about it, but like one of my boys, like he's still my boy. I'm not gonna say his name just in case he's watching this, but like he kind of like took that like and like kind of like every time he would speak or something, it would always be like shade at the fact that like I didn't get paid for our like my work, you know, like for at LogNet. It was like when he would complain about his job and stuff, you know, like I just care, you know, I listen, you know, I'd give feedback or whatever, like, or I joke around, just try to bring levity. And then he would always end it with like, at least I get paid for it, right? And it's kind of like, why do you gotta say that, you know? Like, I don't know, but like I've already gone through a roller coaster just being here in a year, so it's like I don't know, it's just gonna the people that we meet, the people that we build connections with, it's just gonna get bigger, right? So it's just interesting, but hey, I'm you know, I'm grinding through. You know, I'm in my blue element right now. Next week I'm gonna be in my red element, so you know, we just keep on grinding. But I'm good though. I'm good. How are you doing?
Man, I've been doing great. First off, have you heard the good news?
Is there good news?
Have you heard the good news, sir?
What's the news?
Hip hop is back on the menu, boys.
Oh, okay.
Because the Clipse is about to drop a new album.
Okay. Push?
Pharrell produced.
Okay.
It's about to go crazy. It's about to go crazy.
You know what I'm about to say? They're probably gonna be at Fog Nah, bruh.
I can see that for sure.
They might be
Let
there.
God Sort This Out is the album title. Shout out to Jesus. That's my boy, been there since day one. Man, never mind. Let's not talk about that. Anyways, this is a gaming podcast. I was about to get into some
Bruh,
deep shit.
It's whatever we want it to be.
But anyways, yeah, man, I can't wait for that. Like, bro, Clipse in 2025. That's my album of the year. I don't even
Before
need to hear
GTA
it.
6?
Bro, exactly. We get in the Clipse new album before GTA 6. But yeah, man, I'm hyped as fuck for that shit. I hope we get a Tyler produced song on there or a Tyler feature. Bro, that shit.
No set list or whatever.
No
track
set
list?
list. Yeah, no track list yet. We just got the first snippet, the full song coming out in a couple of days. But that snippet was fire. They start off the song. Yellow diamonds look like PP. That's all I needed to hear, bro. That's all I needed to hear.
That's hella funny.
But yeah, man, I'm hyped as fuck for that. And then also, before we get into the full gaming topic, I wanted to talk about something I kind of oops, let me get my picture back. I kind of dabbled in over the weekend. So I finally subscribed to GeForce Now, and you know I've been an xCloud boy for a while. Every now and then I like to use xCloud for some of my not as intensive, like action heavy games. But I saw that there was a deal for GeForce Now.
Okay. What's the deal?
It was 6 months. You get for $29.99, you get 6 months of the like medium tier with 1440p. I think it's like a 5070 Ti or something like that. And 1440p gaming. So I was like, yeah, let me try this out. Did I say the price? It's 30. 6 months,
Okay.
$30. So I was like, yeah, let me try this out, because everyone is always talking about how it's like so superior to xCloud from the latency and the visual quality. So I tested out Expedition 33 as my testing title. First off,
You can just use Game Pass, right?
Yep. First off, the integration is like pretty great, because you can literally just put your Steam library, you just link your Steam account, link your Xbox account, and then you just have those games ready to go. Really no hassle when it comes to the setup for all of that. So that was great to see. Then, so booted it first, before even testing out GeForce Now, I booted up Expedition 33 on xCloud and just went and did a fight, like the first fight that I saw. And I was playing it. Obviously there was some latency. I had to kind of time my button presses a little in advance. Like I'm used to the visual quality, so when I was looking, I was like, yeah, I mean, it looks good. Like for the most part, it's looking good, and latency is there, but it's not the worst. Like it's not super noticeable. You just got to be a little bit before. You just got to be a little early with the button presses. For the most part, it's not a bad experience. Then I tried out GeForce Now, bro. Night and day. Literally night and day. From the visual quality right up front, it looked native. Like it looked like I was running it on my phone.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't know any better, because the side by side is so, or I shouldn't say side by side because I wasn't able to do that, but the visual quality is just so much clearer. It's not even close. It only looked good because I didn't have anything to compare it to. But once you see it, it's like, bro.
And what game was this again?
Expedition 33.
Expeditions, okay. Huh.
So
That just must mean they're using higher settings when they're streaming it.
well, yeah, it's streaming at 1440p.
Yeah, but like
The output is 1440p versus 1080p. And then
you can't.
It's the PC version versus the Xbox Series S version.
Gotcha.
So it's using, I was playing that, and it's basically you're playing the PC Game Pass version of the game. You are able to basically change your settings to be whatever that system can handle. So I was playing at epic everything, unlimited FPS. So yeah, visual quality and a huge difference. But you would think with the quality being so high that the latency would be worse. But the latency was almost non-existent. Like I used to say that about xCloud, that it was almost non-existent. But once you actually when I saw the difference or felt the difference, just going back and forth between them, GeForce Now is actually almost non-existent latency compared to xCloud. When you're not comparing it like one to one, like right after another, you don't really realize how much latency it actually is. But once you try GeForce Now, you'll feel like you're playing it natively. So I really didn't get to play much because I'm trying to finish this game that I'm reviewing that I can't talk about. So I really just wanted to test it out real quick. But yeah, the like from what I experienced so far, it's night and day. Like GeForce Now is so ahead of xCloud. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Now the only thing is like it's an extra subscription. So for most people, is it like xCloud is more of a bonus for something they already pay for, rather than it being a something that you just like pay for willingly, just for the cloud experience. So I understand most people, like that's how I felt about GeForce Now. Like, I'm not gonna pay the full price for this just to have a better cloud experience when the xCloud is basically doing exactly what I need it to do. But for the price that I paid, I think it's an amazing deal. Will I pay the full price once this is up? Probably not, just because it is a night and day difference. But I don't think it's worth for me, since I don't use cloud that much. It's not worth the investment, in my opinion. But yeah, that was my experience with GeForce Now. If you are a cloud gamer, I would definitely recommend over xCloud. Even if I think it's worth the price if you play cloud more than I do, at least.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, we can get right into what we've been playing, which I guess I'll start because I really don't have much to talk about. Oh, also free Larry Hoover. 52 years, finally free.
Okay.
Thanks to Donald Trump's pardon, you know, every now and then he does something that we can actually shout him out for. But yeah, man, 52 years in prison. Larry Hoover is finally free. I ain't gonna talk too much about this, but I look at this as a win. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
What have I been playing? A game that I can't talk about. Literally, that's been 99% of what I've been doing with any free time that I have.
Yeah.
So yeah, catch me next week, and then I'll be able to actually go over it more, have my review out and everything. But I did slip in, pun intended, wait, never mind, no pun intended, because I don't know why I was thinking slip. It's split, not slip. Anyways, I slipped in a little bit of Splitgate 2 yesterday when the full beta dropped, or actually I think it dropped earlier, but I finally got a chance to play it. And it's alright. I don't know what it is, because it feels like Halo and Destiny as far as the gunplay, which, you know, I love Halo gunplay, you know, I love Destiny's gunplay, but I don't know what it is that just it's not hooking me. I think it's more of the just genericness of it all. Like, it just has no style, no swag. It just feels bland, but the gunplay feels good. And compared to the original Splitgate, it feels like the actual what's it called? The portalness, the actual like portal elements have been toned down so much that they might as well not be like, we used to call this Halo meets Portal, but like the portal elements don't feel as integral as it did before, because the portals, the places you can place portals are so like they're more condensed than they used to be. They're in very specific spots, versus Splitgate 1 where you're almost putting them almost everywhere. Like you never know where someone's gonna pop out. But now it's like, oh, you know exactly where they're gonna pop out. You can kind of camp where you, or like if you're trying to defend a spot, you know exactly where they can place the portal, and you can kind of stop them from doing it. You can cancel out their portals if you're fast enough. So it's like, obviously the portals, I'm pretty sure once you get into like more high level play, you'll see these portals actually start to become a lot more integral. But right now it wasn't like, I was using them, but it didn't feel like the original Splitgate, which I actually enjoyed my time with when I first played it. The maps also just feel generic. They feel like, I think they're designed well as far as the layout, but I don't like the aesthetic of any of the maps. Like the whole arena kind of thing that they're doing, where it feels like you're playing in a game show. Kind of like the finals, but I liked how the finals did it. It has that same kind of announcer kind of vibe, with the announcer being like you're in a game show, but this doesn't feel like it should be that way, if that makes, like, the finals kind of made it feel like, oh yeah, I felt like I'm in the game show. I like, it felt real in that sense, that it made you actually feel like you are like this is something that is actually happening, while this one just feels kind of not, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like they did a good job actually making you feel like this is something that happens in this universe. This is something that I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it doesn't feel authentic in the way that they're trying to make this feel like a game show, if that makes any sense.
I see what you're saying.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just not vibing with me, and I was comparing it to Concord, not obviously as bad for sure as Concord, but I was going crazy in this game. Like one a game I would like 58 and 10 or something like that, and and I still was just like, bruh, it's not hitting.
Are you sure there's not bots in the servers?
I'm pretty sure there were, like, I think when you first start off, it's like all bots, but then like a few games in, they'll have like 2 bots and 2 real players. Because I did check like some of them, and they were actually Steam players when I went 58, and I was like, okay. There are definitely players here, but I don't know, like. Plus, it's a new game, so some people are not, like, people are just testing it out. That don't mean that they're. Also, I'm a Halo Infinite veteran, so if you can be good at Halo Infinite, you can basically like beast in this game because it feels almost identical. So yeah, this game, if you're a fan of Halo, definitely check it out, because, or Destiny PvP, definitely check it out, because it has a lot of those elements that make those games great. It just has no swag. That's all that's missing. Is some swag. Zero swag. But yeah, I'm still playing it every now and then. I played it yesterday a couple of times to just give it another chance. Play with Spitta to give it another shot. I do like their version of Search and Destroy. It's like Spitta said he called it aggressive search, because it's not like you know how Search and Destroy, you only have a set number, or not even a set number, you only have one life every round. You die, you don't respawn.
Yeah.
In this one, you do respawn,
Okay.
and there is an offense and defense, but the difference is that so everyone respawns, but you have to plant the bomb and defend it until the other team, or basically you have to defend it until it blows up if you're the attacker, and then the defenders, you just have to wait, like you have to defend until the time limit expires.
Yeah.
So if you plant the bomb and someone's able to defuse it before it blows up, the bomb just goes right back to the starting point, and then you try again. Instead of it just being game, like they win the round if they defuse the bomb. So you just have to keep trying to plant until you can get it to explode before the time runs out. So you do that for you have to win 3 times. If you get a tiebreaker though, it goes to regular search and destroy with no respawns. That's how the tiebreaker goes. So no respawns, attacker and defender, and then you gotta what's it called? You gotta basically plant or defend until the time runs out, or until you kill everybody on the other team, which I thought was a cool way to do the tiebreaker or tiebreaker.
Okay.
I don't know what the fucking saying. But yeah, I thought that mode was probably the best that I played so far. Everything else is pretty standard. Domination, team deathmatch, King of the Hill. I forgot what they called it, but it's something like that. So yeah, everything else about this game is your standard fare. But I thought that mode stood out because I haven't seen any other game do search and destroy like that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Splitgate 2. That's literally the only other games that I've played since, and then a little bit of Expedition 33, but not enough to really talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I've been playing. What have you been up to, gaming wise?
I was gonna say for Splitgate, you said that the game has like no swag, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like the game has no swag because it's like the esports players that are like driving that game. Like, remember when they showed it off? Like, they showed off mostly competitive. Like,
yeah,
like that's the mindset. It's more competitive instead of just being, fun. And
yeah, that's
probably why
it feels. It literally feels like they're just pushing that esports vibe instead of.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Valorant is an esports game, but it has swag, even though I don't like it. Like, Valorant has a lot of.
You could play it casual.
Swag.
You could play it casual.
Yeah, who does that? Who wants to play League casually? Or I said League.
Yeah, but
who wants to play Valorant casually? That's like playing League casually. It's impossible. It doesn't exist.
Right, that's how I used to play Valorant. I never used to play ranked. Always just like quick play or whatever.
Yeah, but quick play might as well be ranked without actually ranking up, or it's the same sweatiness.
Exactly. No, but it's all in the mindset. But I haven't really been playing too much. Still just playing Doom. I actually went back and played Doom 64 as well, because that's also on Game Pass. So I've been kind of just playing a bunch of the Doom games. I'm on mission 9 or 10 in Dark Ages, just trying to savor it because it's fun, man. I'm loving it. It's probably right now it's probably number 1. Pusha T. It's probably number 1 on my list for the games that I've played so far this year. So haven't played too many games this year, or completed or played fully too many games that came out this year, but it's probably up there. Yeah, really not much. I tried a RoboCop on PlayStation because it was on PS Plus, I think a month or 2 ago. So I had it, so I was like, let me just try it. Easy platinum, so I'm just gonna play through it a little bit. I only played like 1 or 2 missions, but it's very corny. Has that like when it come out like in the 80s or something? Yeah, the movie. First
off,
it has that
how
like
dare you? We do not call RoboCop corny. Have you even seen RoboCop?
I've seen him.
Okay, just making sure. You
I know
young
it's
cats.
sad because he's I don't want to get into it too much, but like because I did get to a scene where like he had like a trigger into his like past memories of him before he like was in that robot fit like state.
Yeah.
And like that moment hit pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. But the gameplay is very simple. It's just if you aim in, you literally see the targets of every single person you need to kill. So it's like their outline and everything, so it makes it really easy to kill everything. He's a tank, you know. He's when he walks around, you hear the loud like thuds, like the boom boom boom. He's walking around. Same thing in Doom too, which is funny. Like the Slayer is really like, I don't even want to say it because I feel like it's a pause, but like every time he like jumps on the ground, like it makes a loud thud, and it's like, and he kills all the enemies that are in like that surrounding area when he lands. So it's cool. I'm enjoying it. It's something light. It's not anything too crazy, but been getting through some games though. Like I said, I got through Doom 64. You could literally use cheats in that game, so it just makes it hella easy, and it makes it fun though. But yeah, that's really it.
That's what's up. But yeah, I guess we can get right into the news, which should be quick. I didn't have too much. So let's start off with just mentioning that, hey, guess what's out there in the wild? Not the breath, that's for sure. But Switch 2s have been spotted by multiple users out in the wild, and they got some videos of the like opening of the console, or like the setup. Yeah, unboxing, setups, all that stuff that I don't want to see because I want my experience to be pure.
This guy.
But we did have a lot of people mad, of course, because can't mention a Switch 2 without a bunch of people getting mad that,
of course,
to actually play any of the games on the Switch 2, you have to install the firmware update, the day one patch, which is obviously not live as of now. It will be going live once the Switch 2 is officially out. So all the early adopters are not able to actually play anything on the Switch and just kind of roam around the menu. And of course, the jabronis out there, the people using internet to tweet are upset that you need internet to play the Switch 2. I'm just gonna go ahead and say boo-hoo, cry more, because y'all don't care. That's the thing that always pisses me off. Y'all literally do not care. You know why you don't care? Because y'all all have the internet. Every one of y'all who are complaining about this have probably faster internet than most of it. Especially, you know, it'd be the PC dudes who literally use Steam primarily, who want to, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, the people that will never even play any of this consoles or even care about it or speak positively or anything other than negative. Like, yeah,
these dudes always gotta find something to complain about, and like it be the first world people who always want to talk about, who want to be mad about something that only a third world, like someone with third world experience, would actually have to worry about. And we know, yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna get too much into this, but it is what it is. Like, I would rather the Switch 2 not be leaked to oblivion, have the games out in the wild before launch.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I'd rather have that from the jump though, you know, like it would be such a different experience if it was like, this is the first time we've ever seen it, and this is the hardware, and this is how it's capable of, and all that. But we've known for years, so it's kind of like people have had years to formulate their own opinions about this thing. So I don't know. I don't even know how to even fix that.
I mean, it is what it is at this point. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, out of every Nintendo console, the Switch 2 has probably been leaked the most, like, to
Yeah.
oblivion. I remember, like, even, like, we knew the Switch was a hybrid, but we didn't know to what extent that was gonna be. We didn't know about the Joy-Con. We didn't know about the slide on, the dock, all of that. Like, it was something, it was hard to imagine what it was actually going to be. But then when we saw it, it just was like, yo, this is crazy. Switch 2, we saw every piece, from specs to the look to, like, only thing we didn't get was software, which I prefer, honestly. If it was a choice between knowing all the software or knowing all of the hardware, I would choose hardware.
But we knew some of the software, which led us to other, like, speculation about what the hardware was capable of, though. So it's kind of like,
Well, yeah, third party
like Final
wise.
Fantasy 7, yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, first party stuff, I'm happy we didn't. Like Kirby Air Riders, that's crazy.
So yeah, I'm I'm excited for the Switch 2. Only 8 more
Exactly.
days, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. 7 days?
And that's gonna be 7 days.
7 days.
7 days.
Shout out to being on the West Coast. The only good thing about the West Coast is that I can go pick up my Switch at 9 p.m. instead of 11. Because GameStop works on EST time when it comes to the launch. And
Yo.
I'm 100% down with that. So I will be getting my Switch 2, and I will be unboxing it because I stole Subeg's idea.
That's good. That's good. It's no biggie.
But yeah, that is that. All right.
But when you do unbox it though, definitely look at the paper, like the tech sheet, like, because it'll show like the hardware in it, like what type of whatever T-flops and stuff like that, so you can see it, show it out.
All right. Actually, I kind of skipped over the on the radar that I had. So let me bring that up. But I only have one that I was already kind of interested in, but after this recent news, I'm actually super hyped about, and that is Kingmakers. Let me pull that up. So Kingmakers is a real-time, oh my god, that looks terrible. The video quality on X. Hold on. Let me see if that helps. Okay, that did help. So Kingmakers is an RTS that has action elements where you can actually take control of a character and get in the battle. But what makes this game special is that, hold on, I got the wrong window capture on. Am I doing this right?
Yo, this is lit, bruh. This is kind of what I want Halo Wars to be. Like, if Halo Wars ever comes back, this is what I want it to come back as.
All right. I thought I had this window.
Oh, no
I guess not.
consoles, though.
Oh yeah, console is not on the menu as of yet. All right, let's try this again. So yeah, it's an RTS that you actually can take control of a player. Why do you keep stopping? Stop. Okay, for whatever reason, it's not gonna let me do that, but here we go. So you can take control of the players and actually get up close and personal in the fray. Destructible environments. But what makes this one special is that there's some kind of time travel element where you are playing as someone from the future compared to this medieval kind of world. And you're bringing vehicles, tanks, guns, and just demolishing everyone. Like this game looks sick as hell. But they just announced that you will now have co-op. 4-player drop in, drop out co-op. Which you already know me. Anytime you add co-op to the mix, I'm there. Or like if I wasn't there, you might have got me. If I was there, then you got me even more. This game already, like, bro, it's gonna be hectic as fuck with 4 players. So yeah, I'm super excited about this game. Like everything that they've been showing looks cool. Even like the melee combat, they got like parries and bro. And like I already love RTS games. I already love everything else, like the first person, third person combat. Like the setting is also just cool, like being able to bring futuristic soldiers and tanks and vehicles into this medieval world. The destructible environments also, like all the destructible buildings, that shit is cool as fuck with real physics. Like, bro, you checking all my boxes. That's all I gotta say. So Kingmakers coming out in early access October 8th. I'm gonna be there for sure. But what do you think about it?
Yeah, dude, it looks sick. It looks sick. I'm like when I used to play Halo Wars back in the day on the 360, that's literally exactly what I wanted. I was like I want to be able to control it from the skies and go in and fight as the soldier. So it's like the Halo definitely rip off this idea. Absolutely. I'm there for that. But this game looks sick though, for sure. Hopefully it comes on Xbox and Game Pass. That'd be a good get.
For sure. But yeah, that is Kingmakers. Shout out to the indies. Always coming up with the ideas that they always come up with the ideas that you think in your head, but the AAAs won't actually pull off.
Exactly.
All right, with that, let's get back into some news. So let's start off with some tragic news. EA has canceled the Black Panther game and also shut down the studio Cliffhanger that was working on it. Now, Cliffhanger Games, or Cliffhanger Studios, was literally created to make this game. They were literally built for this Black Panther game. Before they could even release one title, they are now shut down. I believe development started July 2023. So not even a full 2 years in development.
Shame.
And of course EA was like, oh, we're restructuring everything. We're focusing on our known franchises that will make us the most money bullshit that they always be on. Count your days. That's all I gotta say. Now I know Marvel 1943 is coming. We have some kind of Black Panther game, but this is the one I was actually excited about because this one is the Black Panther game that speaks to me. Open world, third person action, modern Wakanda with T'Challa as the main, or they said that there was going to be multiple Black Panthers that you could play as, but T'Challa being a focus of the game, focus on the technology and everything. Like this was my Black Panther. Now, Marvel 1943 could definitely be good if it does come out, but we already know it's going to be more narrative driven. It's going to be more linear focused, which can be good, but for me, I prefer my superhero games to be open world. I guess depending on the hero. Like something like Wolverine I can take as a linear kind of action game, but or even a Deadpool, but if like for the agile kind of heroes like Spider-Man, like Black Panther, Batman to an extent, I prefer the open world experience. I like, because Black Panther, he can climb everything, he jumps super high, he's super fast. Those are the type of heroes that I want to see. Like I want to run around Wakanda using those powers, not just in a linear fashion, you know?
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you.
But yeah, man, this sucks a lot, because this was like, out of all the superhero games that are announced, this was probably the one that I had. This and Iron Man, which Iron Man is still it's still good as far as if EA canceled or not. They are still in go. So
That's that motive, huh?
yep. Nothing's been said about that one yet, but we did hear Andrew Wilson last year talk about how they're trying to get away from the licensed games because they're expensive and all this.
Yeah, the licensing fees. And stuff.
Yeah, this is most likely a direct result of that. But I need someone to leak this so I can see what they saw that made them want to cancel it. And
hey, you know what's interesting?
Yeah, what's up?
Jade Raymond actually is the one who founded Motive.
What's up with her, bro?
Bro, I don't know, but I feel like Motive's a pretty good studio.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I love Motive. Even Star Wars Squadrons, I thought that was a really good game. But yeah, Dead Space obviously solidified them. The Dead Space remake.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still excited about Iron Man for sure. Hoping that Anthem tech is carried over to that game. But how are you feeling about this studio closure and game cancellation?
Yeah, man, this blows, because it wasn't like the person that founded this studio, like they were like the ones that made Shadow of Mordor, right? Yep. So it's like it was definitely gonna be more like that, in my opinion, and that makes me really mad, because but that combat in Shadow of Mordor is just so good. And then even when you can do the bow and then you teleport to the guy and you stab him and stuff. Ooh, that game is so sick, dude. It has such cool ideas. You could hella see how that could translate to Black Panther.
Exactly. If they especially since they did say about the focus on the technology of it all, of Wakanda's different, it could literally be Batman with his gadgets mixed with the mobility and everything of Shadow of Mordor. What could have been, but it is what it is at this point. I just want to see. I want to see it. I want to see what we missed out on. So then I can really put blame on EA and tell them to count their days if it actually ends up being good. But yeah, anything else on the subject?
I was just gonna ask what you think. You think this affects Blade or anything like that? Any of the other things? Because I don't, but I still think Blade's probably coming. But like, what do you think?
I don't think it affects Blade at all. Really, the only game that I'm worried about is Iron Man.
Yeah.
Because it's under EA. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's probably the only one that I have fear of. I mean, I've always felt like Marvel 1943 might not come out just because of who's the director.
Yup.
She just like Jade Raymond just has a bad streak. But hopefully that does come out because I know a lot of people are looking for that one.
It has a scheduled release date.
Yeah.
2026. So, but yeah, nothing on Black Panther other than say it to EA.
All I gotta say is that out of like, this is such a missed opportunity because even Black Panther came out like 2017, the original with Chadwick Boseman, if I'm remembering correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Even to this day, that like Black Panther is still in such a like culturally relevant state because of that movie. Even though people didn't like the second one as much, just the mention of Chadwick Boseman can get people like, bro, like Black Panther has become such an icon that it's like, how could you let this slip? Even if the game was not the best superhero game, like Spider-Man 2 levels, it would still hit because of the Black Panther name. I don't think there was a world where this game would have failed. I don't think there was a world where this game wouldn't have made its money back. That's why I just don't understand what EA saw that would make them cancel this game knowing all of that. Now, if it's been 2 years and they got like fuck all done with the game, which really 2 years isn't a lot when it comes to game development.
Yeah, it's really not.
Most people who actually know game development know that. But you know, shareholders, the execs who really aren't, who didn't really start in game development, they don't care about that type of, like, they just want results and they want it now.
Yeah.
But, you know, if this was a live service game, I bet it wouldn't have been canceled. Because
maybe.
Look at EA Skate. You would think that game would have been canceled by now. Because that game has been in development for like almost 8 years now. But they know that it's a live service game and it's just gonna take a good like million at launch to kind of make back all that, especially if they're spending money. So EA's back to the, you know, they had their little phase of, man, we love single player games again. We want to give y'all single player narrative driven games, and now they back on they live service only, multiplayer only kind of bag. Every time I think, I'm like, you know what, we should give EA a chance. I think a month ago I was saying, you know, EA's actually been good, bro. We need to give EA their respect, and they want it. They always fuck it up, bro. They always fuck it up.
Yo, that's why you just gotta hold back the thoughts sometimes.
I think it was when when you got the Battlefield stuff, I was like, you know what? EA been killing it. We got Split Fiction. We like the Battlefield 6 is looking crazy.
I think you might have even mentioned Black Panther, but
yeah, I was like, and they doing the story, like they're doing our single player games with Black Panther and Iron Man. Like Dead Space was really good, and we were like, I was like, yo, like EA, they do
college football too.
Yeah, college football. Like EA is doing everything right now. We need to give them some respect, and now we taking that respect back. Count your days. So yeah. Let's move on. Let's talk Pokemon Legend. One of my most anticipated Switch 2 games of this year. And it has now gotten an official release date. October 16th, 2025. We will be playing Pokemon Legends ZA with improved graphics and frame rates on the Switch 2 edition of the game.
Oh yeah.
Physical and digital editions can be upgraded to the Switch 2 edition via upgrade pack, but there will also be a full-on physical version if you prefer to just get it outright. So yeah. And they also announced that a Pokemon Presents will be happening. Let me find that because I forgot to bookmark it. Let's see. All right, Pokemon Presents. Where the hell? Oh yeah, July 22nd, 2025. So not anytime soon, but we know that's when we're gonna see the full kind of breakdown of Pokemon Legends, and possibly our first look at the next gen Pokemon, Gen 10. It's crazy that this is technically the Switch 2 is the 10th generation, the start of the 10th generation, and now we're about to get the 10th generation of Pokemon as well.
That shit better be exclusive.
Come on.
It better be exclusive. It better be.
Come on. We know games.
If it's not exclusive to the Switch 2, bro, I'm gonna be.
Come on, man. It's Game Freak. We need to stop. We need to just stop having expectations of anything good when it comes to Game Freak and Pokemon. Just expect disappointment. MVG. Wait, yeah, MVG, not MAG. I always get them mixed up. Like MVG says, prepare for disappointment. That's all Game Freak will give you.
Nah, bruh.
So, I'm calling it now. The next gen Pokemon is gonna be cross-gen. It's gonna be a Switch 1 game, and when you play it on Switch 2, it's gonna look slightly better. It will not be like the textures will all be the same. It'll just be a higher resolution. That's it.
I think how many Switch 2s an exclusive Pokemon game would sell.
And Game Freak don't care about that, bro. Look. Game Freak do not care about that. They gonna do it the next generation for sure.
That's gonna be like 5 years.
It's every 3 years, you know that.
Okay.
But this is not MO. This is not Game Freak's MO. They're always late to the party. Even when they were on the handhelds, we got Black and White 2 like 2 years, 3 years into the 3DS's life cycle. We got Emerald like a year and a half into the DS's cycle. So they don't care, obviously. They work at their own pace. It is what it is. Now, if Nintendo was smart, they would be like, yeah, Game Freak, we let y'all rock. And I think we need to have a conversation where we might be a little bit more in the picture when it comes to y'all releases, because y'all been making us look bad for this entire generation.
Yep.
But yeah, man. I'm hoping. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Pokemon Legends looks really good for Game Freak. As far as like the graphics on the Switch 2. The textures look really clean. There's actually some lighting. Like it's not just flat. They did a good job for Game Freak. And I have to specify for Game Freak because any other developer, first party developer would have made something that looked way better. But I'm liking what like Pokemon Legends is bringing so far, graphically and art style wise. But also gameplay. That's really all I care about with this game, and that gameplay looks fire as fuck. Cannot wait to get my hands on it. Anything you want to add?
I have a feeling we're probably gonna repeat the same thing, where it's gonna be like people think that Legends is better than the current Gen 1 or Gen 10. They'll probably repeat. They'll probably 100% repeat, but
because Gen 10 is still gonna be the classic Pokemon formula, and I don't think a lot of people like. I can't say that a lot of people don't want that, because the majority of the casual Pokemon fans who buy these games every year, they don't like. Arceus did not outsell any of the other like the mainline Pokemon games because it's a spin-off. Legends is still going to be a spin-off, and some fans don't want spin-offs. They want the mainline games. Some people don't want that. They don't want change. Like some Pokemon fans just do not want change. They want that same gameplay, same kind of feeling that they get when playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the consensus, because they do not stop buying these games no matter how stagnant it becomes. But yeah, I'm super excited for Legends when it comes to Pokemon. I just need to see the next gen Pokemon, because I thought that Scarlet and Violet was gonna adopt all the things from Arceus, and it didn't, and that kind of like upset me.
Yeah.
But hopefully we see a few more things kind of come from Legends when it comes to the Gen 10 games. But I don't think they're getting away from the open world, at least. I think that's going to be the staple from now on.
Of course, yeah.
All right.
Imagine the Nintendo execs just coming in with like a big like billboard, and it's just like a screenshot of Xenoblade, like a random ass screenshot of just Xenoblade. Be like, make this. Like
they'll be like, we gonna need 2 more years to do that. And that's the only, like, I always talk about Game Freak, but it's really not Game Freak's fault in a sense, because if they had the chance to work on a Pokemon game for 5 years, no other projects, just like go hard on one project for 5 years, they would make a gorgeous, I'm pretty sure they would be able to make a gorgeous, like super innovative Pokemon game. But they are on a schedule. 3 years. Every 3 years, a new mainline Pokemon game has to come out. But not only that, they're always working on other games. Game Freak themselves, because they're making Legends at the same time they're making the Gen 10 Pokemon game. So
yeah,
and then
they're also making something else too,
and
like with a different publisher.
And then sometimes they do help out other like for the spin-off games, but they're also making their games way more ambitious. Scarlet and Violet is way more ambitious than anything they worked on. Obviously, Arceus and Legends Zaw are also more ambitious than any game that they've worked on. When they were making games for the handhelds and budgets were like, obviously their budgets were, or I shouldn't say budgets, but you can make a decent experience on a 3DS like much faster. But to develop games for the Switch 1 and Switch 2, we've seen that it does take these devs a lot longer to get games out. But they're still on the same schedule. They're still on the same schedule as they were when it was the 3DS. But they have to make an experience that is more ambitious, and like they're making more ambitious games while still trying to get it out in this 3-year schedule. Like they're asked the impossible, which is why I talk shit about Game Freak, but honestly, I also understand. Like I try not to go too hard on Game Freak because of this. It's more the Pokemon company as a whole that needs to be like, they need to be restructured. They need to find another solution, or they need to just, the one thing I just don't understand, you have control of the biggest franchise in the world, the biggest media franchise in the world, and yet Game Freak is still like 200 employees. Why? This could be a, why does,
like, they could be a publisher almost.
Bro, why does Naughty Dog have more developers than Game Freak? Why does the Zelda team have more developers than Game Freak? Why does, I think Monolith Soft even surpassed them? These motherfuckers make games that only sell about 2-3 million, and they have more developers and more time to put into their games than Game Freak. That shit does not make any sense to me. Why are y'all so stingy when y'all make the biggest games that will sell? And I guess that is literally what it is. These games will sell regardless. But it's, the only thing is, like, when you look at Nintendo as a whole, this is not their MO. Like, Next Level Games, when they made Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon and they saw that it sold, they were like, all right, you did good on this one. When Luigi's Mansion 3 come out, you gotta do better. We gonna put some more money into y'all. We gonna give y'all more time to get this Luigi's Mansion 3 out. And what did they do? They put out one of the best looking games on the Switch. And I still think the original is slightly better, but Luigi's Mansion 3 is an amazing game. If you haven't played it, I definitely recommend it.
Oh yeah, no, I beat that game.
Yeah, it's an amazing game. So
yeah, it is.
Next Level gets that shot to make, like, they get more time and they can put out a fantastic looking game because of that, and they get more put into them as a studio. Why is Game Freak the only one who does not get more funds put into them, more time put into them?
Yeah,
like, it don't make sense to me. Monolith made an amazing RPG on the Wii that sold nothing, and Nintendo was still like, you know what, we gonna build y'all up, y'all gonna do better, and y'all gonna keep doing better. We gonna keep building y'all up, and y'all gonna keep doing better. Monolith does not have the sales to back. If it was any other company, you would not be seeing this type of treatment. So that's why I'm like, I know it's not Nintendo that makes these decisions, because it doesn't make any sense when it comes to their MO, when it comes to any of their other studios. Like, Pikmin got so much time. The Pikmin team they got so much time. They were able to, like, Pikmin 4. Also, one of the, like, people sleep on Pikmin 4, but that game looks amazing as well, and a lot of people don't really talk about that one.
Pikmin 3 looked great on the Wii.
Yeah, bro.
On the,
Pikmin 3
Wii U.
looked crazy on the Wii U.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pokemon Company. This is who we need to be talking about. Like, yes, Game Freak is a part of that. Yes, Nintendo has a stake in it as well, but the Pokemon Company, whoever is like at the head of Pokemon Company, is the problem. That's how I see it. But yeah, any final thoughts on that?
I'm still super excited though. I hope,
Yeah, for sure.
you know, fingers crossed for exclusive. That's what I want. But we'll see.
We will see. All right, let's get a milestone out the way, because shout out to 33 Immortals again, because they have now hit another milestone.
You mean Expeditions? Sorry.
Wait, what did I say? 33 Immortals?
33
Oh,
Immortals.
sorry. Expedition
No,
33, the other 33. So they have hit another milestone, and this milestone was written in the stars because they have hit 3.3 million copies sold in 33 days. 3.3 million in 33 days. So this is literally Expedition 33's Twitter account. They say 33 days ago we released Clear Obscure Expedition 33. Since then, we've sold 3.3 million copies. Seriously, as of today, we couldn't make that up. Another entry on the long list of surreal moments that your support has made real. Thank you all. Tomorrow comes. Everything about this game, it's like it's such a miracle game. Like we hear about the Lorien Testard, who they found on SoundCloud,
yeah.
You hear about most of the developers being like junior level devs, and some of them this being their first like big project, and they were still able to put together one of the best games, if not the best game of this year. And then you just keep seeing things like this, 3.3 million sold on the 33rd day, which is crazy. Now obviously they can kind of make that up if they wanted to, but I like to believe that it actually happened. But shout out to Sandfall Interactive. And honestly, I think we've been sleeping on Kepler, because
They're incredible, dude.
they're a really good, like, I've been seeing them a lot more lately, but looking at their recent releases, they've been going hard. Especially just like these indie games that you just never heard of. But they also, I believe, were they the ones who published Space Marines 2, or am I tripping?
I think that's like a subsidiary of some sorts, but no. So I'm looking at their website. They don't have that game on there. I thought Warhammer was one of the games that they've
Maybe it
published,
was
but
a different. Let me see.
they're publishing Rematch though,
Yeah.
and they
that's
published
the
Sifu.
one. Yeah, so Sifu, it was Focus Entertainment that did Space Marine 2.
Yeah,
not
Focus. There you go.
So yeah, Rematch is one I'm looking forward to a lot. They also, even though I didn't like it as much as I thought I would, they also published, what was that Game Pass game with the
Flintlock.
Yeah, Flintlock. There it is.
Mm-hmm.
But Bionic Bay and Rematch are two games I'm looking forward to. Oh, also Solasta 2. That one.
So Ultros too.
Yeah,
As well.
Ultros.
Oh, they did Scorn. What the hell?
Yeah, I remember that one. it didn't turn
And
out as
Chia,
good.
dude, I feel like I would really like this game if I played it.
I tried it. It wasn't for me.
Nah.
But Solasta 2, I think people are sleeping on that game. I think that game is gonna be not Baldur's Gate 3 level. I think quality level, it might be up there as far as CRPGs go. But I think a lot of the people who like Baldur's Gate 3 are gonna flock to this game, and it's gonna end up being a big hit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Kepler, be on the lookout for them as far as publishers go. They are a really great publisher. They find some really good games as far as like new IP, new studios. They have a very good eye, except for Scorn.
Dude, Rematch looks so sick. I'm so excited.
But yeah, anything else on the 33 Immortals before we go to our next topic?
Nah, other than I'm honestly curious to see the player count now, because that tells me it's like 10 plus million.
Yeah, I like that they keep saying sold. I really want to see the Game Pass numbers and everything.
Exactly.
All right, let's look. All right, we gotta talk about Xbox real quick because what are they doing, bro? Actually, it's not even what is Xbox doing. We need to shout out PlayStation, because PlayStation always knows how to capitalize whenever Xbox does something. So we know Xbox increased the prices of their consoles and accessories, and they didn't say it was due to tariffs, but people assumed it was due to tariffs. And then at the same time, the tariffs were put on hold, but Xbox did not go back on their prices. So they have this increase. They kind of went way too early when it comes, like they reacted way too early with this, I think. And now it's kind of backfired on them, which has it backfired? Because I don't think they actually care.
They don't
about their console sales to begin with.
They don't.
But it just makes them look bad, which is something that they're very good at, making themselves look bad.
Yep.
But PlayStation has come and rubbed salt in the wound, because they have announced that they are lowering the prices of their consoles, accessories for PlayStation Days of Play, including $50 off the PS5 Pro, a bundle with Black Ops 6, an Xbox game, a bundle with Black Ops 6, starting at $399.99 for the digital and $449 for the disc version.
Mm-hmm.
$399 gets you a digital PS5 with Call of Duty. And then you're also getting $50 off PSVR 2, $30 off the Pulse Explorer, $30 off the DualSense Edge, $20 off the XS controller, which is their adaptable controller.
Yeah.
$20 off the DualSense as well. And of course, some various game discounts with PS Plus. Shout out to PlayStation. I don't say this enough, but this is one of those instances where we gotta shout out PlayStation, because while everyone else is going up in prices, everyone, including myself, we were like, yeah, PlayStation definitely next. They about to raise up.
Yep.
They went the opposite, and I gotta give them credit for this. They they
For 2 weeks.
yeah, 2 weeks, but still 2 weeks is a lot.
That's true.
That's enough time for anyone who was on the fence.
Absolutely.
So yeah, this is just like, this just spits in the face of everything that Xbox just did. It's a perfect, like, good moment for Sony. Bad, even more like a bad moment for Xbox just got worse, and Sony looks like the good guy easily. This is one of those PR moves that like makes PlayStation, that brings, or I should say brings people to PlayStation, but it just gives PlayStation that image that they have now. This is what got them here. They know how to capitalize on these type of moments. When it comes down to it, they always have these moments that make they know how to make PlayStation gamers feel good. I'll say that. Like Game Pass,
and without even doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Like literally not even doing anything.
The thing is, like, no matter how good Game Pass is, when you add up all the other like nonsense that you have to go through as an Xbox fan, you still like, even though PlayStation doesn't give anything as far as the value of your console, like your PlayStation experience, they still do a better job of making PlayStation fans feel special and feel like that they're being treated, if that makes any sense. Even though they're not, like, value wise, they're nowhere near giving us any kind of benefits like Game Pass, or even as the experience on your console, as far as like free cloud saves and like play anywhere. You know, Xbox, in my opinion, obviously offers a much better experience for their users. But all the bullshit that comes with that from Xbox, it puts a damper on all of that. And PlayStation does some stuff, but usually at the end of the day, they know how to make their fan base like feel special, or feel like they're actually doing something for their fan base when it comes to the big moments. Xbox always like falters in the big moment, but on a daily basis they're doing something for their users when it comes to Game Pass and everything. So that's why PlayStation's image is how it is. Now, I can talk about how I never liked my PlayStation experience, which is why I sold my PS5. I don't like the games that they were putting out. I don't like the cadence that they were putting out games.
Yeah.
And when they did put out games, they weren't games for me. And most of the games that I care about will be on PC or launch day one on PC, because they're usually multiplayer games. So for me, I didn't see any reason to have a PlayStation. But I understand why PlayStation fans are the way that they are. And it's because PlayStation knows how to cater to them. So yeah. Shout out PlayStation. Anything you want to say on it?
Yeah, I was actually looking at the sale last night because you know I don't have a VR unit, and not gonna lie, $350 for a VR unit, that sounds, for like a VR unit that's that good, it's a pretty good deal. But
I still wouldn't, because one, the selection
I'm
of
not
games,
gonna, but
the selection of games is not worth it.
Yeah.
And
I would have to buy the games individually too, and it's like, nah, bro. Like
the MetaQuest is not even close. What you're getting with the MetaQuest, the PSVR 2 is not gonna provide anything near that. Like
I was also
visual
looking at
quality
the-
wise, I think the PSVR 2 wins, but that's really about it.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was also looking at the little earbuds too, which are supposed to be apparently pretty good. Because I lost one of my AirPods, so I'm kind of looking for another pair of wireless earbuds. Or I lost one of my AirPods. But what's it called? I don't know yet. I'm probably not gonna get anything though. I was even looking at a DualSense Edge, but I heard battery life on that thing is fucking garbage. So I'm probably gonna skip out on the hardware, but I might pick up Last of Us Part 1 remake. Finally, I think it's like $20, right? Because if it's 20, then I'll pick it up. But if it's anything more than that, I'm not gonna pick it up. But that's really it. That's all I'm looking for.
You don't already have Last of Us Part. You don't already have Last of Us Remastered.
I have the PS4 one, but I would want the trophies, to be honest. That's the only reason why I would get the PS5 one.
Why haven't you just upgrade it yet? $10.
I don't think it has the upgrade.
I thought it did.
I don't think so. Because I have Last of Us Part remastered both through PS Plus and I have it on disc. So
remastered upgrade. To upgrade the last. Oh wait, that's Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, Last of Us Part 2 has the $10 one.
Let's see. Part 1.
Because it's a whole different SKU. It's a different game.
Have an upgrade path. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they some hosts
So
for that.
I've been waiting. I'm not gonna buy that shit full price. So I'll buy it if it's 20 though.
I still wouldn't pay for that shit. But that's just me.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, let's go ahead and move.
Wait, how much is it on PC? Let me look. Let's just look at CD keys. Oh, it's $26 on CD keys. It's actually not bad. Anyways.
So let's move on to our next topic. Let's talk about Shift Up, the developers of Stellar Blade, because in their plans for Stellar Blade, when they were doing their meeting, their shareholder meeting or quarterly report, they talked about IP expansion, and for Stellar Blade they had platform expansion as well as a sequel in development. So this first party PlayStation game is going to be seeing a platform expansion. I wonder what platforms we'll be seeing Stellar Blade on. And I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not gonna be Xbox, but it will be Nintendo Switch 2. Are we on the same page, or do you think the Xbox version? Because you know Project Eve was supposed to be on Xbox. We remember before PlayStation purchased them, this game was supposed to be on Xbox. You think that
I think that okay, so it might happen if they are bringing it to Switch 2, but I could see them prioritizing the Switch 2 for sure.
Definitely gonna be prioritizing Switch 2. That's gonna be most Japanese or Asian developers, because they are Korean Japanese.
That game is gonna sell crazy on there.
Will it though?
I think it would.
It'll sell okay. Just like it sold okay on the PlayStation. You know where it's gonna sell crazy? On PC. Shout out to the mod community. Shout out to Nexus Mods. You already know we're gonna be there day one.
Okay.
But yeah, man. Shout out to Shift Up. They've been going hard. They got the PC version releasing next month with some new content. So yeah,
I think it's actually releasing in a couple of weeks.
something like that.
Right? Okay.
But yeah,
That's cool. Yeah.
platforms. I think we're gonna see that Switch 2 release for sure. I see it as early as next year. maybe we'll get it revealed in the next direct. That may or may not be happening the week of or the next week after the Switch 2 launches, according to some rumors. All right, and our last piece of news, just a small one, but it seems that 2K is preparing to announce the next Bioshock. Now, can you read the article? And then it's the one that says I'm shocked.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm shocked.
Can you read the article? I'm gonna peace out for a little bit.
I got you. All right. Report 2K preparing announcement for Bioshock franchise. According to... Oh, I'm getting a bunch of pop-ups. Okay. According to information we've obtained, 2K is preparing an announcement related to the Bioshock franchise. While we don't know exactly what will happen or when it will happen, some of the information suggests that it will occur fairly soon, most likely before the end of summer. At this point, we don't know what the announcement will be about. It could be the reveal of initial details about one of the projects announced several years ago, such as Bioshock 4 or the upcoming Netflix movie. Some of the information we've come across also seems to suggest another possibility, a remake or a proper remaster of the original Bioshock. From the information we've gathered, it seems that the City of Rapture will play a significant role in the upcoming announcement. Interestingly, among the details we've uncovered are clear references to the original 2007 Bioshock, which may suggest that a remaster or remake of this iconic game is underway. However, it's also possible that the focus on Rapture and the references to the original game relate to the upcoming film, which might be set in the underwater city, perhaps even with a storyline tied to or based on the event of the first game. Another theory is that Bioshock 4 might actually take place in Rapture, despite earlier rumors, and then that the reference are simply a nod to longtime fans. It could also be 2K's way of reintroducing the city to new players unfamiliar with the series. I don't know if I should... let's see. Let me skip through some of this, actually. In July, blah, blah, early screenshots of Bioshock 4, though we can't be certain if those and this announcement are connected. Last year, we reported that 2K employee mentioned involvement in an unannounced remake. At that time, we speculated that the original Bioshock was one of the titles most likely to receive a remake. I read pretty much most of the article.
Okay. So yeah, how are we feeling about the chances of Bioshock 4 hitting Summer Games Fest?
Bioshock 4 or Bioshock Remake?
Both, potentially.
Both?
Might as well.
Or even film. Imagine all three. Here's a trailer for the movie. Here's a trailer for the remaster. Then here's Judas. I
mean, if it's Summer Game Fest, we literally could get all three of those because they be doing movies, they be doing everything.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be kind of a sick get though. Yeah, man, this is cool. I love Bioshock, dude, and I haven't even played like most of it. I've only played Infinite and the DLCs, so it's but I know what happens in Bioshock 1, and I don't know what happens in Bioshock 2 that much, but like I know a lot of it, and I've seen like a bunch of gameplay and stuff of it. So this is one of the games I need to go back to and play. So hopefully, if it gets a remake, then I'm there. Bioshock 4, I'm there. Let's see what it is.
I just hope Bioshock 4 has gameplay on the level of Infinite, instead of going to the slower pace of Bioshock 1. I love Infinite more than anything. Like story-wise, the twist at the end of Bioshock 1 is peak. But gameplay-wise, Infinite is on such a higher level than any of the other Bioshocks. It's not even close.
Yeah.
So I hope that we still get that same gameplay style from Infinite, the fast-paced, the jumping, like the traversal, using the hook, all of that. At least something. Obviously, probably not going to be doing the exact same, but I hope the traversal is on that same level. More of a fast-paced action with that immersive sim element on top of it. But yeah. Now, my other question. Let's say Bioshock is a 2026 game. Bioshock 4, that is.
Mhm.
And Judas is also a 2026 game.
26 game, yeah.
Which one's coming out on top? Is
Like, which one's better? Like, reception-wise?
Which one is gonna come out on top?
Ooh.
We know Ken Levine, right? Not
Yeah,
Kevin.
Ken Levine.
Yeah, Ken Levine is over there at Ghost Story Games, working on his spiritual successor. But will the Bioshock name carry that game forward? It kind of reminds me of the Dead Space versus Callisto Protocol.
Protocol, yeah.
I remember, bro, everybody was like, yeah, who needs Dead Space remake? Callisto Protocol is the way. And then that shit ended up being, I haven't played it, so I'm not going to say it was ass, but the reception was not.
Definitely no Dead Space.
Yeah, was not the reception that anyone was expecting for that game.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna be that. I think both of these games, I think there's a chance we're gonna get two bad bitches.
Okay.
And Bioshock fans are just gonna eat like 2 times. But I think Judas will end up having the upper hand in this. I actually don't know who, like, I don't know anything about the new Bioshock, like who's working on it, who's the director,
yeah,
like what studio out of N2K is working on it. I don't know any of this information, so I really don't have much to go off of. But I trust Ken Levine because he takes a like he takes a long ass time, but I can tell just like the way he creates his games. I understand, like he knows what he's doing, and he knows immersive sims. He knows how to create really cool powers. So I think I'm going with Judas at the end of the day. Hopefully we see Bioshock 4 at Summer Game Fest, and then I'm completely surprised. Is Ubisoft forward anytime soon? We haven't gotten the announcement. Isn't that usually in the Summer Game Fest kind of window?
I have no idea.
We haven't heard anything.
Bruh, I feel like ever since Tencent came up in there, bruh, it's been different. They moving different, bro.
I remember EA Play used to be a thing. That shit don't exist anymore. I think the last time that they did that, when was the last EA Play? I remember it was whack. I remember that. And they were just like,
bruh,
no more EA Plays.
The last EA Play I remember was with that one like YouTuber guy that like apparently like they just threw him in there and they didn't even like really like prepare him for anything. That's what I remember.
But yeah, Summer Game Fest. I'm super excited for. I'm always excited, even when they used to be bad. But the last couple ones have been pretty good in my opinion. Even though people did not like the last one because it was a lot more indie focused, but I liked it a lot. But with that actually leads into our special topic for today, because we have 2 big showcases coming up, and because next week will be more focused on the Switch 2, I wanted to get some let's go ahead and get some predictions going for Summer Game Fest and the Xbox Games Showcase.
Okay.
So let's start with the Xbox Game Showcase because that one's less broad as far as what can be revealed.
Sure.
So let's start with the known quantities. The games that have already been announced. What do you, let's see. What are 7 of your like surefire, these are gonna be at the 2025 Xbox Game Showcase?
Yeah. Okay, so 100% Undead Labs. 100%. I'm even willing to say 1000%.
State of Decay 3 gameplay about to go crazy. I can't wait, bro.
We gonna finally see, like, okay, I feel like I've said this is like a broken record at this point. Please just show uncut gameplay.
Look,
just show uncut gameplay, please.
I think we're gonna get something similar to that Perfect Dark kind of gameplay with State of Decay. Probably we'll have someone talking, kind of explaining mechanics and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm there with you on that one.
Hell yeah. What about you?
Honestly, I'm just gonna say it. State of Decay 3. That's a surefire.
Okay.
It's not even like that's gonna be there no matter what.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna get a release window as well. I don't think we're gonna get a solid release date, but it's gonna be probably like a early 2026, maybe mid 2026. As far as what I'm guessing.
Okay. Are you we're still just going off of first party, right?
Yes, first party only. Well,
Okay, so you said Undead Labs as well, right? State of Decay. Okay, so my next one that I'm like fairly like certain is gonna be there is In Exile.
Clockwork Revolution. You're literally going right, like you're going bar for bar with like the first 2 picks that I had.
For sure.
But yeah, Clockwork it's been 2 years since we first saw it. We got that snippet. We got some snippets of gameplay and some story elements, and never expected to see as much as we did for that game. But it was definitely the star of that showcase, and I think we're gonna see a deeper dive into the gameplay elements and everything, the RPG stuff, the choices and consequences. We're gonna get a more in-depth trailer for sure on that. But
okay,
what else you got?
what else I got? Okay, I think I'll go with a little bit of a safer pick this time. We're gonna see the Indiana Jones DLC, so Machine Game's gonna be there.
Okay, I didn't even have that one on my list. All right, so my third pick is, let me see. I'm trying to do my safest ones first.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna go with the safest pick there is. Call of Duty, obviously.
Oh yeah.
The next Call of Duty will be shown off at this showcase. It's not gonna get that full deep dive like Black Ops 6 did, but we will at least see like a mission kind of play out, like they usually do. Start with the campaign, and they'll have a separate event where they go into the multiplayer stuff later. So, next Call of Duty is on the menu.
Okay.
What's your number 4?
My number 4. I'm gonna say Halo Studios, bruh. Halo Studios, because I think we're almost 4 years since 3 years and some change since Halo Infinite, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, am I right? 2020. It came out in 2021, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost about to be 4 years. I think whatever they're working on should be maybe not gearing up for a release, but definitely gearing up for an announcement for sure, like an official one. So I'm gonna say Halo Studios.
Okay, I did not have that on my list, so
it might be a little primitive though. It might be a little. They might need one more year to cook, but we'll see.
I'm actually gonna go to the brother of Halo, Gears E-Day. We're gonna get our first glimpse of gameplay, as well as Gears Reloaded. Because we really haven't seen any gameplay for Gears Reloaded, but we're gonna get both in this showcase. Probably gonna.
They might be the openers, to be honest.
Yeah, probably gonna. I think they're gonna show Gears Reloaded first, and then later in the show we're gonna see the Gears E-Day. But I think they're obviously gonna spend more time on E-Day than Gears Reloaded because we know it's a known quantity.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
What you got?
Damn, this is already sounding like the showcase of dreams right here, dude. Man. Are we damn, that's like
number 5.
That's already so much, dude. That's already so much. Number 5. Should I just say I'm thinking either between Rare or Double Fine. That's what I'm thinking here.
Well, we're only talking about the announced games. We'll talk about the unannounced.
Oh, okay.
Next.
I see. Oh, okay. So announced games? Yeah. Everwild?
Technically announced, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with Everwild.
I actually have that on my list as well. I think it's time. We've heard the rumors. People have been actually seeing progress with the game. I think it's happening this time. We're gonna see actual gameplay also for this game. I don't think they can they can't show Everwild and not show gameplay this time. Like they can't do that. Sure. Here's another fucking trailer with a bunch of hippies and animals and like, bro. But yeah, I think it's gonna happen. So that will also be my number 5. Is that what we just said?
Yep.
So yeah, number 6 then.
Number 6. See, I don't know if Fable is gonna be here, so I feel like that's the only other game that's coming off top of my mind right now.
There's still some other announced games.
I might need to see a list. Was whatever Ninja Theory was working on, what was that called?
Project Mara.
Project Mara. See, I don't know, bro. I don't really trust Ninja Theory like that. like they make good stuff, but like they take forever.
Supposedly Project Mara was in development more, like they had more in development than they did with Hellblade 2, but then they like focused on Hellblade 2.
Hellblade 2, yeah.
Supposed to be a smaller experience, which is crazy because Hellblade 2
is fucking tiny. I could say Blade, but that's also, I feel like that's like a 2026. Like that's when they're gonna show it off with a 2027 release date. Yeah. So maybe not, but they could show it off 2 years in advance. That's not unheard of, you know, from Xbox.
They do it pretty often now, actually.
Yeah. So it could be 2 years. See, I'm kind of lost. Fable? Fuck it, I'll just say Fable.
Yeah, I also have Fable on my list. I don't think they're gonna go without showing Fable because they know how excited people are for that game. Technically, they showed a little bit of gameplay, but they haven't shown a trailer with like a good cut of gameplay. Like, I think they're gonna actually show something like really good
Substantial.
this time.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get a good cut of Fable, but that's definitely on my lower end just because they did just show that gameplay at the Xbox podcast like 2 months ago. That's the only thing kind of throwing it off from being like, oh, it's definitely happening. It's more like a 75-25 right now.
Yeah. Okay. So both of ours is Fable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do my number 7.
Okay.
It's happening, bro. Contraband. I'm calling it. We doing it. We doing it. Contraband is gonna be here. It's finally time, bro. We actually got some updates kind of showing that they're still alive.
Yep. Still coming.
I think that isn't for no reason. I think we're gonna see it at this showcase. We're getting Everwild and Contraband this showcase. I think it's gonna happen.
It still has a page on Xbox too, actually. Literally says, from Avalanche Studios, a co-op smuggler's paradise set in a fictional world of 1970s Bayon.
Yep.
That sounds sick.
So yeah, I'm calling it. We getting that Contraband this time.
Okay.
And it's gonna be sick.
I think it's gonna be sick too. Hopefully.
But yeah, you going with the Contraband train or got something else?
Nah, fuck it. I'll just go. I want to see. I think last year I predicted Contraband, just as in general predictions, because I feel like I've been predicting this game for fucking years. I'm like, bro, when are they gonna show this game off? But when are they gonna show this damn game off? No, no Wu-Tang Clan.
See, that's my next section.
No Wu-Tang. Oh, that's your next one. All right. I'll go with
that's unannounced.
I see. Oh, that's the unannounced. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I'll just go with Contraband 2 as well.
And then my honorable mention, Scalebound, we getting it. It's happening. Hideki Kamiya, it's finally happening. He said he gonna say after Okami 2, Scalebound is on the menu. I'm just playing, but now let's talk about some unannounced games from Xbox Game Studios, and we'll do 4 because it'll be much harder to predict.
Yeah.
But 4 unannounced. So this could just be you saying the studio. Obviously we don't know everything about what they're working on, but if you think it's time for a studio to finally show up, you can just say the studio's name, or if there's a project or like rumored game from Xbox, this will be the time to bring it up as well.
Okay.
Oh, I guess Call of Duty hasn't been announced, so really that should have been in this section.
I feel like the same thing with Halo too.
Yeah, well, Halo is technically announced, I guess, because we know they're working on something in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah,
they announced that, so you didn't you don't really need
all
to
right, so
details.
unannounced.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. First one, bro. First one. We're gonna see Obsidian, and then we're gonna see In Exile, and then we're gonna see Bethesda, and then we're gonna see Fallout something. That's I'm just gonna fucking swing for the fences here.
Yeah, you definitely swinging. Yo, at bat is a .083 with that one.
Hey, we never know.
I'm gonna let you dream for sure. That'll definitely
that's
be
for all the Fallout peeps. I don't even like Fallout like that, so that's for y'all. That's not for me.
Yeah. We should do, so let's do like our realistic might happen ones, 4 of those, and then we'll do 3 just like the swing for the fences ones for sure.
Okay, all right. Let me see. Is there like some sort of list of unannounced like project titles that they still have?
I think for the most part, all of those project ones that we got from Jez and Jeff Corden, Jez and Jeff Grubb. Those
Jeff
are all
Corden.
those are all done. Like they're all accounted for.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
So the only one, which I was gonna say that we still haven't got like full confirmation of, is Project Fantasy from IO Interactive. Well, it was Project Dragon, but they changed to Project Fantasy from IO Interactive.
So we completely forgot about like Ninja Gaiden 4 and stuff, which I probably think is most likely going to be there.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna replace Call of Duty with that one then.
Sure, I was gonna say I want to replace Halo with that, but it's good. I'll just keep that. Persona 4 remake. But I mean, that's not Xbox Game Studios, though.
Let me see.
Bro, I'm blanking.
Let me see. So as far as projects, we had
Minecraft Dungeons 2.
We had Kiln, which was supposed to be Double Fine's project.
Yeah.
Project Dragon / Fantasy. Oh, I was forgetting about some. So we had People Can Fly. They were making a game for Xbox. We had 100 Star. That was a rumor. The ex Rocksteady developers.
Wasn't that with the devs that made Outriders? Yeah,
People Can Fly.
Yeah, People Can Fly. Wasn't that announced to actually just be them working on Gears E-Day or something Gears related?
I don't think that was ever confirmed that was the project that they announced.
Gotcha.
Because if I remember correctly, they announced that after Gears E-Day had already been announced, if I'm remembering correctly. So it wouldn't make sense for them to say we're working on a project under Xbox Game Studios and not just say that it's Gears E-Day. So yeah, one of the games that probably does not exist anymore, Project Suerte, which was the Monster Hunter like from Certain Affinity. I don't think that game exists at this point. The Wu-Tang Clan game, which obviously I'm gonna predict that every year until it happens. And then the ZeniMax Online MMO, the new space game that they've been supposedly working on forever.
There's too many sci-fi stuff, man. There's too much in sci-fi now.
Sci-fi is the new fantasy.
Yup.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do my first one. We're gonna see. Oh, we forgot about OD also. You think we're gonna see OD just as an honorable mention?
I think Kojima even forgot about OD. Honorable mention, sure. We'll mention it as honorable mention.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just say Wu-Tang Clan. We seen it this time. It's happening. Say it every year. Say it at every event, but it's gonna happen eventually, and we're gonna keep on putting it into existence.
Sure.
Shout out to Brass Lion. We need that on the streets. But what you got? What's gonna be? What are we gonna see?
Oh man.
I mean, you said Double Fine before.
Yeah, we could see. You know what? Well, we'll say Double Fine. We'll say I don't know what is gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be Psychonauts.
Nah.
But I think whatever they do work on is gonna have way more budget than their previous works.
which
So
I'm surprised that, because I always thought that they would like go from Psychonauts to just making a bunch of small projects like they used to do. But it seems like they are not working on a bunch of like different small projects. It seems like they're
all in.
Because of how long it's taken for them to put out anything. I feel like they are going all in on one project.
Absolutely. Same.
So I think we're gonna get something pretty substantial. Brutal Legends 2. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Brutal Legends 2, guys. It's happening.
Ooh. Imagine Jack Black takes the stage, digital stage. That'd be crazy.
Bro, Jack Black has been going crazy. Like, it's the kids' movies. Like, you got him in Super Mario Bros. Automatic hit. Like, that Peaches song was going crazy. Then you got him in the Minecraft movie. Bro, he knows how to. He knows how to. I don't want to sounds weird when whatever I was about to say, so I'm not gonna say it. But he's
all good.
He knows how. Yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. You know what I'm trying to say. He's good with the kids. That's all I'm saying. But okay, my next one. So this one is for. This one's gonna be for shout out to Neo.
Okay.
It's time for one versus 100. we get in the long rumored, long awaited, supposedly maybe canceled 1 versus 100. It's gonna happen. It's time. Society needs it. Xbox needs it. 1 versus 100. It's happening.
Okay.
So that's my second pick.
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun get.
Bro, especially think about it. With AI, using AI, you could make 1 versus 100 like infinite. Because you could just have the AI come up with questions every day. I think, and then maybe you could have it where you could basically like you could pick a genre, and like any genre, you can like tell it what genre you want to focus on, and then it'll be able to like do it. I feel like with AI, 1 versus 100 could be pretty crazy because you would have like infinite content. And you could basically have it so that it never like repeats, or it doesn't repeat as much as far as questions go. But then also have that live kind of like do the like one for like servers that you can play with your friends, but also that live game show where it's curated for that everyone plays at the same time, you know, like the original. I think they can do. In the modern era, 1 versus 100 could be crazy.
I actually got a second one. I got it. Minecraft Dungeons 2.
We don't want that. Why are you?
I know we don't want that, but I think we're gonna see it. I think we're gonna see it. But if they could make it more a little bit more hardcore and stuff, not just like a snooze fest, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But it's probably coming.
We have Diablo at home. Really this time because they own Diablo.
Yeah, but I think Mojang has been making some stuff. Like I think they're like on a 2 or 3 year cadence right now. Like they had Dungeons and they have Legends, so that must mean that they're making something else too.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do Dungeons 2. If they're gonna do something, I feel like it's gonna be another genre. Like Dungeons did well, for sure, but I think they're more. They feel like a studio that just wants to do different things instead of going back to the one that they've already done before. But that's just me.
Okay.
So let's see. All right, that's your number 2. So number 3. Let's see. I want to pull something crazy out. Nah, I'll save it for the actual crazy announcements. So I think we are going to see Grounded 2 announced.
Ooh.
From Obsidian, of course.
Okay.
It's time. They stopped support. And it's going to be early access again so that we can shape the game along with them. So I think they're going to be a little earlier to announce it because of that. So I think we're going to get Grounded 2.
Okay.
So that's 3 or 4 for me. What's your 3?
Let me see. Unannounced, right?
Yes, unannounced.
Bro, I don't even know. Let's see. Because I feel like it's too early for me to say id, but
Way too early.
way too early. And then Arcane, I don't think they have anything else other than Blade.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all in on Blade. They're not really known for doing multiple projects.
Forza Horizon 6?
Ooh. Yeah, it would be time if we're going by their usual cadence. And the streets need another Forza Horizon so that all the PlayStation fans that bought Forza Horizon 5 can have to wait for another one while we're playing the next latest and greatest. Or do you think Forza Horizon 6 is going to be day 1 on PlayStation?
I'm not gonna actually answer that. I don't know. Because I could be wrong, I could be right. I think we'll know by the time of the Xbox showcase. I'll say that.
I think they're still gonna be exclusive for Forza. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like they're gonna launch. It'll be like 1 year when it comes to PlayStation, but I think Forza Horizon.
I just don't want to eat my words, bro.
I don't care about that.
I'm not. I don't think that. I don't know, because if we see the PlayStation logo on like State of Decay, then yeah, I think everything, you know. So it's like, because Playground Games is their first party dev, so it's like, and also Undead Labs, like, well, all of these are Obsidian too. I don't know. I'm leaning more so that it will be day and date, but it could be. It could be either or. We'll see.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, last one. I have 2 that I'm thinking of, but I'm gonna go with the one I feel like it's more of a surefire. Boys for Bob, Spyro 4 is gonna be there. It's gonna be announced.
Yeah.
Do I care about this? Probably not.
Nah.
But I think there's a good chance that we see this. Now, my honorable mention, just to throw it out there, StarCraft.
Ooh.
Not I'm not gonna say what kind of StarCraft, but something StarCraft. I don't know if it's gonna be the RTS, a first-person shooter, action game, hard game, but I think something StarCraft will be announced. But yeah, that's it for me as far as the unknown unknowns.
The unknown. You just got one?
No, that's my 4.
Oh,
or I guess 5,
yeah,
counting
gotcha.
the honorable mention.
Okay. I got you.
So what's your 4th and final, or if you have an honorable mention?
4th and final. So this isn't just like the dream one, right? This
No,
isn't
we haven't got there yet.
Gotcha.
That's after this
Okay.
one.
4th, or yeah. Was Coalition rumored to make like some sort of Star Wars game, or am I tripping?
Supposedly, they're supposed to be making a Mandalorian game or something like that.
Like they have something else, right? That's not Gears.
Supposedly.
See, I still haven't said Gears E-Day, so I feel like I don't know, dude. Because if they give us what we've been predicting, that'd be a crazy showcase, like with incredible pace, like
I mean,
5
they
minutes
don't
on
have
each game.
They
Max.
really don't have a choice but to have an incredible pace because they have too many games in development, and that's not even including the games we don't really know about. Like Ninja Gaiden 4 came out of nowhere.
100%,
If they're partnering with other studios as well, we really will never know, because we don't get rumors like we used to.
Not at all.
Like when the Xbox generation first started, we knew everything that was happening for like the next 4 years, which was crazy. Now most of those games have already been out, or they've been like canceled or stuff like that. All of those like they're all here. Project Typhoon, Project Dragon was announced technically as Project Fantasy, but we just don't know if Xbox still has involvement with it. What was some of the other ones? There was the Wu-Tang Clan game, which is still unannounced, hoping that still exists. We knew that there was like 5 Obsidian games that were announced outside of Avowed and Grounded, and now we know one of them is Outer Worlds 2. We had Pentiment. That was like, what was it called? It was Project something with paint that like you peel off the layer and there's another painting behind. I forgot what the name of that one was, but we got that one. So yeah, man, all of those have, and then some of them have just been supposedly canceled or like canned, such as Project Tatanka from Certain Infinity, the Halo Battle Royale, RIP to that.
Yeah. Damn, I don't even know.
No studio. I mean, you can pull out a studio. There's
Just pull out a studio.
yeah, because there's Blizzard, there's Activision, like
Oh,
there's
okay. We're
Bethesda.
gonna see elsewhere. We're gonna see elsewhere entertainment.
oh, okay, that's a good
I'll
one.
say that. I wasn't even thinking about Activision, Blizzard, and King, bruh. Fuck.
So, like,
Yeah.
I was like, we spending too much time on Xbox Game Studios. Why are we not talking about all these other? That's why I had to bring up StarCraft and Toys
Yeah.
for Bob.
You can even bring up Hexen too, as well. That'd be a pull. That might be
But
more
who's
in the
gonna do it?
dream. That'd be more in the dream section.
That's all,
though,
who's
but-
gonna do it? Because Doom just came out. Who else is gonna work on Hexen? Arcane isn't working on Hexen, and it isn't working on Hexen because they both have games coming out.
I actually think Activision owned it, or
Well, yeah, but it is who developed it in partnership, right?
I think Raven might have made one too.
Oh, the
No, it
Heretic.
says Raven Software.
Was it Heretic, or I think Heretic might have been the one that it worked on, or am I tripping? I know there was some kind of Activision Bethesda kind of collab game.
It's on the Doom engine.
Yeah, I know this on what's it called?
I'm seeing the game is called Hexen Beyond Heretic. That is what it's called.
Yeah, I think Heretic was the first one.
Let me look it up. Heretic.
I never played either one.
The Heretic is also says is developed by Raven Software.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else then. Was it Arx Fatalis? Fatalis? I don't know. There was something that was like a Bethesda or like id Software Activision game.
Arx Fatalis is developed by Arcane.
Yeah. I don't know.
This game looks pretty sick.
But yeah. So now we're on our dream scenarios. The 1%ers that if it comes true, we can tell the world that we're insiders. We can be like Randall Thor, and we can be like, yeah, I said it was a prediction, but I knew it all along. I had my source. My sources told me.
Well, he has sources though. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. We know Randall Thor be outside with his predictions.
Yep. Like his Final Fantasy predictions. I'm like, bruh, like, okay, he literally said it. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm 100% expecting it now. Something Final Fantasy's gonna be there. But all right, now here goes. Obsidian. Yeah, I'm gonna say something Fallout. I don't know who it's gonna be developed by. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be mainline or not. Probably not. It'll probably be something subtitled. But yeah, Fallout something.
Okay. All right. It's time. Halo. We all think that we gonna get either a remake or they gonna show off the next Halo from Halo Studios. But I think we gonna start off with a partnership to show that Halo Studios is not only about the mainline games like 343 came to be. We're gonna get a Halo game from a partner studio, and that studio is gonna be Obsidian. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they do work in Unreal.
And we're gonna get a CRPG Halo game. Oh no! Why I say I didn't mean Obsidian. Sorry, In Exile.
In Exile, okay.
In Exile is gonna make a CRPG Halo game in the style of Wasteland 3.
Okay.
Choices and consequences is gonna be, obviously it's not gonna be following Master Chief, but we're gonna get that deep lore from Halo. Amazing characterizations. Customize your Spartans. They're gonna all have different classes. Full on CRPG set in the Halo universe.
Okay.
This is gonna be the kicker to Halo Studios. That's my first dream.
What's your first? All right. Okay. That'd be sick. And then imagine it's like you could actually go in the down and actually shoot or something. I don't know. That'd be cool. But okay. That'd be sick. I don't know if I got any other dream games, but let me think. Yeah, I don't know. I already swung for the fences, bro.
You only got one swing for the fences. You don't. These are things I think about every day.
I don't think about dream games too much though. And it has to be first party, right?
Yeah. No one cares about third party.
Because Persona 6 could be there. It could be there.
That's not even a dream game. That's just a announcement to expect.
Sure.
Maybe not at this
I
one,
got you.
but one of them for sure.
Oh, I got one. I got one. Dream game. Xbox Kart Racer. That's my dream game. There you go.
Who's developing it?
It came to me, bro. Who's developing it? Turn 10. They're done with Forza. put them to a kart racer. Nah, I think imagine if instead of like Forza Horizon 6 it's this
Bro,
or something. That'd be
I ain't gonna lie.
I would take it too. I would 100% take it. Ooh. Who's making it? That's a great question.
I mean,
because it's literally could be. I feel like it's really just two teams. It's either Turn 10 or Playground.
see, I was gonna say Toys for Bob.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, they could also.
They did the CTR,
sure.
The CTR remake, so they have some experience. I would have said, my boys. What's her name? The ones who worked on Sonic, Sega All-Star Racing, and then they got bought out. I'm forgetting their name. They also did the Little Big Planet, Sackboy's Big
Sumo
Adventure.
Digital?
Yeah, Sumo. Yeah, if Sumo was still on the table, I would have definitely said Sumo, but we don't know what's going on with them anymore. So yeah, I would say Toys for Bob would be a good choice.
Okay.
Scrap that Spyro 4. Make the Xbox Kart Racer instead. All right. So let's see. My second dream game. All right. I'm gonna mix one. I'm gonna go with one that we kind of already know exists.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm gonna put my own spin.
Okay.
So we know Bethesda, or sorry, not Bethesda, ZeniMax Online has been working on MMO for a long ass time. A successor to ESO, which supposedly could be a Starfield MMO or supposedly could just be its own new IP.
Okay.
But I think they should go the licensing route. Star Wars MMO, because we have a Star Wars MMO, but it's kind of dead and it's old as fuck. Star Wars third-person action MMO using that skill set from ESO, everything that they've learned from their decade of working on ESO, and apply that with lightsabers, the Force, Jedis, Sith, Mandos, Stormtroopers, the whole shebang. Carve out their own part of the universe that they're gonna be set in. Bro, that would get me. Now, I do kind of want a Starfield MMO as well, or at least just a multiplayer Starfield. I want something multiplayer in the Starfield universe. But
Yeah.
if we can get a Star Wars as like a Star Wars MMO, yeah, I would 100% be down for that as well. So that is my second dream game.
Okay. Third. Should I just say prototype?
Let's go prototype.
Fuck yeah, I'll just say prototype.
Prototype 3. It needs to happen. Where are we going with it?
Where we going with it? I need to see a freaking full, like a complete list, like ABK, Bethesda, all those teams.
Obviously, what do you want to see from it? Like, where you, like, new character, Alex Mercer, like, is it going fully destructible? Like, what
That's exactly what I was gonna say. A new character, fully destructible environments,
Crackdown
like
3 level,
bulldoze cities,
the real Crackdown 3.
Exactly, that's what I want. I want that. I love physics in games, man.
Bro, honestly, I'm just gonna say my honorable mention is Crackdown 4, but it actually hits all of the physics. Like, it actually does everything that the original Crackdown 3 is supposed to be, with the real time, or like the real physics powered by the cloud. Because it's not like we've seen games powered by the cloud since then. Microsoft Flight Sim basically shows that this is something that they can do.
Yeah, and I think Unreal Engine 5 can actually do it too, honestly. Yeah. Because Crackdown 3 was on Unreal 4, so I think 5 is way better than 4, honestly.
Yeah, but physics is not Unreal Engine's strong suit at all.
Strong suit, sure. Yeah. Hey, it could happen though.
But that's my honorable mention. I need Crackdown 4, and it has to be exactly what we were promised with Crackdown 3. Also scalebound. But what is my last one? All right, last dream game. All right, scenario. We playing it out. Feels like, thank you everyone for tuning in, and this has been an amazing show. Today we showed off the Wu-Tang Clan RPG. We showed off Scalebound 3, which is gonna be the first game, and you're gonna go backwards. It's gonna be amazing. And you're gonna be like, we also showed off Gears E-Day, Perfect Dark, the new Halo CRPG from InXile. We showed off Contraband, Project Mara. We showed off everything that we have ever said is, or everything that's ever been rumored and everything. But we got one more for you guys. One more thing to show to top it off before we go to the Outer Worlds 2 Direct. And then, but before we show this game, I want to introduce the new family, or the new member of the Xbox family. And then you're gonna see Sega, and then you go, yes, it has happened. We are in talks to acquire Sega, and the start of our partnership is gonna be this game. And then you see Atlas pop up on the screen, and you're like, no, is it actually happening? And you're gonna see that Persona Green that Persona aesthetic with the green accent. Persona 6 first party. It's happening, guys. No, I'm just playing. But yeah. Atlas. I mean, I don't even want to do that just because it's technically, I guess I made it first party, but I feel like Persona 6 would happen anyway. But more the Sega, they just going, it's not even a game. They're going to announce, sweet, we are part of Sega. It's going to happen.
That'd be crazy.
We're not giving up on the dream. Now that the ABK deal is over for real. Because remember, they were still, we haven't seen any purchases since, because they were still technically fighting that battle with the FTC. That's over.
Yeah.
What's stopping them? What's stopping them? Sega. And if not Sega, Square Enix, because Square Enix actually needs it.
Yes, Square probably needs it more than Sega, but Sega would be
definitely
a better get.
Oh yeah.
Sega would be, people would be popping champagne bottles in the street for Sega. Well, I mean, they probably do the same for Square Enix, but I feel like Square Enix likes being the mercenary, you know, like they like having exclusive deals with PlayStation, and then having exclusive deals with Nintendo, and then having Game Pass deals with Xbox.
Though. I think we might see some with Nintendo still, just because that's a kind of like they can make certain games like a Octopath Traveler. Those games do well as Nintendo exclusives versus making a full-fledged Final Fantasy game exclusive to PlayStation.
Yeah. Square Enix would be crazy though. Imagine like Dragon Quest 12 being announced there or something, or like fully being revealed there. That'd be crazy. Okay, I like that. So your third one, dreams home run bat swing is they're gonna buy Sega and they're gonna say it on the showcase.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's a crazy pull.
They just gonna announce Persona 6. See, I was gonna say an exclusive Atlas game, but then I was like, well, like a new IP, but I was like, well, they just came out with Metaphor. Like the other team just came out with Metaphor.
Yeah.
And anything else that would come out of Atlas would be something smaller. So sure. I think Persona 6 would be the only thing that they would announce there.
I can see that.
All right, what's the final? Or did you already do your final? You did.
Yeah, okay. I did.
So that's the Xbox showcase then. So for third party, we'll just save it for the Summer Game Fest. If you can say if you think it's gonna be announced at the Xbox showcase, or you think it's gonna be announced at the Summer Game Fest. But now we'll talk about Summer Game Fest and the third party. So
okay.
I'll start. Just we'll do 5 and then we'll fit up, because there's a lot that can be announced. But let's see, for Summer Game Fest, I think they're gonna open with something big, and still trying to think what it could be. Let's see. Damn, what would be a good opener?
I know what would be a good opener. You ready for it?
Yeah, go ahead. While I'm thinking.
Are you ready for it? Kingdom Hearts 4.
That's not gonna happen. But it would be a good opener. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Are we in the what we think is gonna happen right now?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll still just say Kingdom Hearts.
All right. They are gonna open with this was kind of a definitely a this is a 15%er, but we gonna get our first look. Kojima Productions isn't
already.
Bro, he been announcing games before even finishing the other ones anyway. We got like 3 games announced without any of them actually coming out. What's stopping him from showing a teaser for Fizzent? But we're not gonna know it's Kojima. It's just gonna be a random kind of like, we're gonna see all these crazy images and stuff, and then we gonna see Kojima Productions at the end and go like, yo, yeah. That's a wild one, but that's what we going with. So that's our first one. What we got for number 2?
Number 2, and this could be announced or unannounced, right?
Yeah, it can be anything.
Summer Games Fest. Do you think Sony's gonna be there? They have been, right? Because they showed off like Lego Horizon and stuff.
It's always been something small though.
It's always been something small.
But I don't see why they wouldn't show like a Ghost of Tsushima or like something that's already been announced.
There's apparently gonna be some sort of state of play next month too, so maybe they would save stuff like that for that, but I don't know. I'm kind of blanking, bro. I'm drowning in so many games. It's like, it's so hard to think of like future stuff.
I will say, I think we're gonna get Judas and a release date at
Summer Games Fest. For sure. Like Bioshock could also be there too. That could be literally where all that stuff is at. I don't know, dude. I don't. I'm like, oh, hold up. Let me just think. Give me your second one while I think.
Well, Judas was my second one.
Okay, so Judas. Okay, you know what? I'll say one. I think we're gonna see Mina the Hollower.
Okay. Yacht Club.
We're gonna finally see it. Yep. Yacht Club.
Okay. My third game, and this is gonna be for the Xbox showcase. This is an easy one. Final Fantasy VII. They're gonna announce that not only Final Fantasy Remake but Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will both be coming to Xbox. Remake will be shadow dropped into Game Pass. Because Final Fantasy VII no, it won't be shadow dropped. Final Fantasy VII Remake isn't day one on Switch, right? It's coming at a later date.
I thought it was.
No, I think it is coming at a later date. So whatever, they're gonna announce the date, and that's gonna be the same date for the Switch 2 release. So it won't be shadow drop, but they will say that it's coming to Game Pass day one when it does come to Xbox.
Okay. Yeah, I'd love to see it, because Final Fantasy, 7 remake, and I honestly, you could probably also put 16 in there. I think they might just do 16
yeah.
and
I think they're gonna do a whole
remake.
Final Fantasy thing. All. I mean, it's only been 3, so the 3 Final Fantasy games that have skipped Xbox will come.
Exactly. Should imagine they'd be like, and we're remaking Final Fantasy 13 or some shit.
Bruh, I would love that.
That'd be crazy, right? I think we're gonna see Super Game. Fuck it. We're gonna see whatever Super Game is from Sega. We'll see it. We'll see it this year.
After they acquire Sega, and then they say,
after they announce that they're buying Sega and all that, and they're gonna be like, this is Super Game. Still super curious about it.
Which game? Are we getting all of them, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's a Super Game. You gotta show them all. You gotta show everything that it's got.
I mean, they technically showed us, like, they showed us some of Super Game, but like, because Super Game is just all of their classic games coming back.
Wait, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's the Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi. What are the other ones? Shinobi, Streets of Rage. That is Super Game. It's not one game. It's the project of them bringing their classic titles into the modern era.
I see. Okay.
But we haven't seen all of their games. We've only seen a few of them. So there are still some more that are going to be a part of that initiative.
I see. Okay, so then we'll definitely see something new from it then, because they did show off like Crazy Taxi and like
Crazy
Jet
Taxi,
Set stuff,
Jet
right?
Set Radio, Streets of Rage, Shinobi. What am I missing?
Phantasy Star?
No, but that would be, bro. If we get a AAA Phantasy Star from them, single player Phantasy Star, that'd be sick. I'm trying to think. That's 4. There was 5 for sure. So
maybe Hyenas
Golden
or something
Axe.
Might have been a part of that. Golden Axe.
Yeah, that was the one.
For sure. Yeah,
I
want to see something.
Okay, I think Jet Set Radio actually might be there. I think we might see a bigger glimpse of Jet Set Radio gameplay.
Okay.
All right, so yours was Super Game. What was that, 3?
Yes, sir.
So 4. Okay. All right, number 4. Ooh. This one's also going to be announced at the Xbox Showcase. Weird, because we know we love seeing Atlas at the Xbox Showcase. And I don't think we're going to see Persona 6 yet. But you know what we are going to see? Metaphor Refantasio DLC.
Or a whole deluxe edition.
An expansion pack or an expansion to Refantasio.
Sure.
I don't think they're gonna do like the golden kind of thing that they've been doing with Persona. I think they are just gonna hit us with a new DLC for the game. Maybe even a season pass with a bunch of DLC, depending. I think we'll see some kind of update for Metaphor. And they'll say it's included in Game Pass, like the Answer DLC for Persona 3 Reload. So yeah, that's my 4th.
Okay. Sick. So I'm on my 4th, right?
Yep.
third parties. Battlefield.
Battlefield
Def-
has been shown off at the Xbox Showcase a lot.
Yeah,
And there's
I'm
no
gonna say
EA Play to show it off.
yeah. I'm gonna say Battlefield, and then they're gonna fully announce the title for it, and it's gonna be a numbered title.
Battlefield 6.
It's gonna be a numbered title.
Is it
I'm
going to be
excited for it.
Roman numeral, or is it going to go back to actual numbers?
Which ones did the Roman numerals?
Battlefield 5, V.
Oh, it did, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be a number for sure. No Roman numerals.
Okay, I like that. Let's see. I wanna go somewhere with my number 5. I wanna go somewhere a little more crazy. I'm trying to think of a rumored game.
Bloodborne? No.
All
Bloodborne
right.
2.
Really? I want something more exciting. I'm trying to think of like what franchises are ready. I was gonna say Injustice 3, but honestly, I don't care about that. What the hell is
Resident
going on?
Evil. Resident Evil 9 is probably
Resident
gonna
Evil
be there.
9, That could definitely be there. Bro, it's so hard to remember what games have been rumored or leaked or anything
Yeah,
over
dude.
the year. There's so much news that I'll be forgetting half the time.
Yeah. Same.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna go out there.
Okay.
Nintendo, they got a new console, and at the beginning of the Switch, they were outside. They were doing third-party showcases. They were at Game Awards. They were showing up for some of these other events to kind of bring attention to themselves outside of that Nintendo audience, right? I think there's a chance they might do it here as well. They gonna pull up the Summer Game Fest with one game. And that game is gonna be Splatoon. Nah, never mind. They're not gonna give Splatoon 4 to that. Let me. Not gonna be Splatoon 4. That's too Nintendo.
They might show off what Diddy Kong is doing in Donkey Kong or some shit. They might throw them a little bone, but
I can definitely see them like showing off a Donkey Kong Bonanza trailer. But okay, let me see. It has to be a partner game. All right. No, that would be at a Ubisoft Forward. Because remember, the Bayonetta 3 reveal was at the Game Award. I'm trying to think of something on that level. But I don't think we're going to get
Scalebound for Switch 2?
I don't think we're going to get Bayonetta anytime soon. And I think Astral Chain might not be on the table yet either.
Okami?
Yeah, but that's not a Nintendo.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So, okay, I got it. We talked about this a little. We talked about this leaking in an earlier episode. Arc System Works is gonna show off their Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive fighting game. And it's gonna be Fire Emblem fighting game using all the characters, and it's gonna be sick. That's my prediction. Arc System Works don't pull up to announce their Nintendo Switch 2 fighting game.
Oh yeah.
So that's my last one.
Okay. I think I already said 4, no?
No, that's 5. We're doing the last one. 5.
Gotcha. Okay, so see, I feel like Nintendo's very close to their chest, you know, like they like to hold their announcements for themselves. But
I mean, they showed up
like
to the first 2 Game Awards.
They what?
They showed up to the first 2 Game Awards during the Switch era. My ass.
That'd be cool if they were there. But you know what? I'll go with a little niche pick. You know, I'll say Pragmata is gonna finally get shown off. I'll go with a little deep cut.
Okay, I could definitely see that one. Release date 2025, 2026.
So release date 2026 if there is one.
I don't know what that game's supposed to be. I don't know why Japan keeps on rating it as the most anticipated game in the Famitsu charts or whatever. It's always like in the top 5. Like, bro, we know nothing about this game. Why are y'all voting for this shit? But yeah. I don't think so. I was just gonna say like honorable mention. Well, I was gonna say Okami 2, but I don't think we're gonna see that until Game Awards. I think they'll wait for the Game Awards to do the re-reveal, or like more of the reveal of that game. But any or I guess what's your 1%er? You're just throwing something out that you want to see to end the third party / Summer Game Fest.
My 1%er would probably be like Santa Monica's like sci-fi game or something. That'd probably be my 1%er. Because like we had rumors, but still we don't know. You know, like what even is it? It's kind of crazy seeing like the slate of PlayStation games. Like a lot of them are sci-fi. Saros, sci-fi. The rumored this one Intergalactic is sci-fi. I'm probably missing a couple others. Horizon sci-fi. So it's like
sci-fi.
Helldivers 2 sci-fi. Yeah, it's just like full of sci-fi games, and it seems like they're making another one. But I'm looking forward to seeing it because I think I like Corey's vision, man. He's an interesting mind. I feel like the second one meandered a bit, and I feel like that's due to Corey not being the one in charge of it. So I'm talking about Ragnarok. So yeah. I'm excited for this game. So that I was even thinking maybe like DLC for Dragon's Dogma or something like that, but the game director of Dragon's Dogma 2 is not at Capcom anymore, so Lord knows what they're doing with that. But something like that, maybe.
It definitely needs a Dark Arisen kind of quality of life and new content to kind of get that game to where it needs to be.
Yeah, exactly. That could
and
get
also
announced.
To switch to it.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I feel you with the Santa Monica game also. I don't care for either God of War from Cory Barlog, or I guess the other one isn't from Cory Barlog, but the new God of War games, I don't care for them at all. But a new IP, that isn't tied to one of my favorite PlayStation franchises that they tried to ruin, yeah, I could definitely see myself enjoying it a lot more. So let me see. So a couple of mine were out of there, but I'm gonna say my Wild Summer Game Fest, where Jeff Keighley's just like, I'm glad this one never leaked, and we worked so hard to get this announcement, and we're hyped to finally announce. And then we gonna see Rockstar pop up, and we gonna like, oh shit, we getting a new GTA 6 trailer, but it's not gonna be GTA 6. We gonna see a college campus, and we gonna like, hold on, what's going on here? We gonna get introduced to the students of this college campus, and we're gonna like, yo, is this what I think it is? And it's finally gonna happen. Bully 2, we get in it, it's happening. Bully 2, and then they canceled GTA 6 for Bully. No, I'm just kidding. But one of the Red Dead Redemption 2 team working on Bully 2 this whole time. Obviously, that's never gonna happen, but that's my 1%er. So yeah, that's all I got for Summer Game Fest and Xbox Game Studios. Now, actually, I wanted to, because I haven't read Jez's prediction article. Have you? For the Xbox Game Showcase?
Nah.
Okay.
Not yet.
So now I want to compare what we said about the Xbox Game Showcase to his article to see, because we know Jez, he gonna act like a lot of these are predictions, but we know some of these in this article are probably gonna be true. So let's see how our predictions stack up to Jez Corden, Xbox Insider. All right, so I'm gonna send a link to you as well. Or I guess I'll just put them in the podcast notes. All right, so let's look at what Jez Corden has wrote for Windows Central as far as what he expects. All right, so this is just a recap of what we already know. All right, so the notoriously missing game. Let's see what he says. He says Microsoft has a huge array of studios to call upon when building content for showcases like this one, as well as a truly huge amount of previously announced games that have since fallen into obscurity, started by secrecy and whispers. Everwild is chief among these. Announced years ago by Sea of Thieves studio Rare, the game debuted only with gorgeous art and cryptic hints at what its gameplay might entail. Since then, the game lost its lead developer, but my most recent inquiries suggested that the game is now on track and has strong confidence from Microsoft's producers. We could potentially see Everwild at this show. So he did, or we also said Everwild is probably going to be here. He then says there are various other titles, of course. Contraband, the mysterious heist simulator from Avalanche, was supposed to launch years ago, but we haven't seen so much of a whisper of gameplay for it yet. There's also State of Decay 3, whose photorealistic announcement trailer really set the expectation bar high. State of Decay as a concept and a franchise has truly limitless potential. Though so many games have tried and failed to deliver a truly essential co-op zombie apocalypse simulation experience, what I've heard, State of Decay 3 could be launching as soon as 2026. Maybe now is the time to offer fans a deeper look at what what could be one of Microsoft's biggest games of next year. Okay, he didn't say anything about Contraband actually coming, but he does say State of K3, which we both started off with. And he says there are a variety of games we've seen a little more of. Perhaps we get a fresh look at Perfect Dark, as well as the sadly delayed Fable. I have a good feeling we could see Clockwork Revolution at this year's showcase as well. I think we both predicted that we would see that. And then he also says Gears E-Day is likely to appear as well, given that there have been rumors of it launching within the next calendar year. Yep. All right, this one's for you. What if Psychonaut Studio Double Fine? Tim Schafer's beloved outfit has been relatively, or he says, what of Psychonaut Studio Double Fine? Tim Schafer's beloved outfit has been relatively quiet in recent years, but I've heard some rumblings that they might be ready to debut their next title soon. Could it be at the Xbox Showcase as well? My guess says yes. Perhaps we'll see the mysterious Xbox project from Toys for Bob.
Okay.
Wildly expected to be a new Spyro the Dragon title.
Hell yeah.
There's also plenty of room for third-party titles at these types of events as well. Long-suffering Xbox Final Fantasy fans should finally get their vindication at the Xbox Showcase with titles like the Final Fantasy VII remakes and Final Fantasy XVI being announced for Xbox. Perhaps there's room for Square Enix to go a bit further and reveal upcoming projects like Dragon Quest XII as well. We can only hope, right? I think Dragon Quest XII is at Nintendo Switch 2, just because Nintendo Switch and Dragon Quest are like, Nintendo Switch being as big as it is in Japan and Dragon Quest being as big as it is in Japan, I think when we see Dragon Quest 12, it's gonna be at a Nintendo Direct.
Okay.
Or their own event, but they're gonna focus on like Nintendo Switch 2 for the most part. All right. He says, I'm curious if EA's next Battlefield title, that's what you also said, will show up at the Xbox event this year. Microsoft and EA have a deep partnership with things like EA Access and Xbox Game Pass. It's called EA Play now. He hasn't been EA Access for like 3 years. Maybe even, actually, it was in 2020 when they changed it to EA Play. But Microsoft now owns Call of Duty and thus competes directly with Battlefield. Perhaps Battlefield marketing reverts to PlayStation in that scenario. Or maybe Xbox is eager to prove to third parties that despite owning Call of Duty, they can still be a good partner. I'm expecting we'll get updates on some Microsoft service games this year. We didn't even talk about that. New stuff for Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, Sea of Thieves, and
yeah, all those are probably going to be there.
The worst part of every showcase, but it is what it is. Hopefully we get, like, only time I want to see updates is when we get the cool stuff from Sea of Thieves, like the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Pirates of the Caribbean one and the Monkey Island one. I hope we get something on that level, and it's One Piece. Actually, it just needs to be One Piece. That's all I care about. All right, so I'm not expecting a ton from Blizzard at the Xbox Showcase, given that the Warcraft maker has a full in-person BlizzCon event planned for 2026. Oh yeah, that kills my StarCraft dream. But perhaps we could get some updates on existing games as well. Let's see. In news that likely won't be a shocker, I'm expecting a variety of fully unannounced games to debut during the Xbox Showcase, both from Microsoft's own studios as well as partnerships with external developers. Now that Microsoft is raking in huge amounts of cash from PlayStation and Steam, in addition to Xbox and Game Pass, start to see some of that cash reinvested in interesting new projects and partnerships. I'm expecting Microsoft to double down on Xbox platform exclusive features, even if the games aren't necessarily guaranteed to be Xbox console exclusive. We can see an expansion of Xbox Play Anywhere titles and commitment as more and more developers come around to Microsoft's thinking on the project. What about a big gaming megaton? What could close out the show? Formerly 343i, Halo Studios has been totally and completely quiet since the misfire that was Halo Infinite. The studio has been totally reorganized to rebuild Halo for a new era. Could they be at the show? I haven't heard rumors to suggest it. Perhaps there's another flagship franchise that could appear. Bro, how did I forget all about this? Revealed in 2018, The Elder Scrolls 6 has been utterly shrouded in mystery as Todd Howard's Bethesda team poured their efforts into the controversial Starfield. With Oblivion Remastered reigniting passion for the classic JRPG franchise, could the Elder Scrolls 6 finally reemerge from Oblivion at this year's Xbox Showcase? How did we forget about Elder Scrolls 6 completely?
I don't think it's gonna be there. I would have said it, but I don't think it's gonna be there.
I think it's gonna be there, bro.
I don't know, dude. I feel like that game is at least like 4 years away. At the very least.
It is not 4 years away.
Bruh.
I'll say 2 years max.
Oh, wait, no. 2028, so 3 years. So, yeah.
I think it's.
Because I think it's launching in 20. Okay.
I think we get our first teaser. And then a better gameplay kind of thing in 2026. And then we get a delay. And then we get the late 2027. Yeah.
You know what I think? You know what I think?
What is
I think that we're more likely to get a trailer for season 2 of Fallout and Fallout 3 gameplay. Fallout 3 remake gameplay. I think we're more likely to see that than Elder Scrolls 6, to be honest.
Maybe. Yeah, I can see Fallout 3 remake. So what about next gen hardware, which we really didn't talk about either. Microsoft Xbox Showcase events tend to focus entirely on games, so basically saying Project Keenan might make an appearance here.
Okay.
And then he says he doubts we'll see the new Xbox Series XS successors in full at this year's show, or indeed perhaps not even Keenan itself, but Microsoft is going to be on the ground at Summer's Game Fest talking about its ecosystem to press and creators as usual. He does say Series 3 Xbox Elite could show up here.
Okay.
And he says Microsoft has revealed new controller models in and around their E3 style showcases in the past, so perhaps now is a good time for the Series 3 to debut. So yeah, that's the predictions.
Okay.
So for the most part, we almost see everything that he said, with a few off the wall ones as well.
Sure.
But how's your outlook for this showcase looking? Are we gonna go another year where we're like, yeah, this is the best Xbox showcase that has ever happened? Or do you think 2024 might be a little too hard to top?
I think they always have the chance to make it better, just because they got so many games. But you know, I'm with Jez on the Keenan stuff. I think that it might be there. They might be like, oh, this is project whatever. This is whatever it's gonna be called, Xbox ROG or some shit. But
this is an Xbox.
Exactly. I could see that, and then I could even see them like showing off like their, like maybe like the UI or something that they're doing, like their UI changes for the Windows handheld stuff. Or maybe they could call it Xbox OS or something like that. That'd be cool. But yeah, I think it's gonna be great regardless. I'm just excited to see the gameplay.
I think we're gonna see more, because 2024 was great because we finally saw games that we knew were in development. But I think at this one we're gonna see more new games that we didn't know about than ever.
Sure.
I think like we're gonna have more surprises with this one rather than like, oh, finally, like that's how 2024 was the, oh, finally we seeing this Perfect Dark. Oh, we finally seeing Doom, the Dark Ages. Oh, we finally seeing what else did we, what was there at the 2024 showcase? I can't even remember now. But I think we're gonna see a lot more new announcements, whether that be from Double Fine or from the partners like Toys for Bob, or even like 100 Star, maybe even People Can Fly, if that turned out to not be that Gears of War partnership. So yeah, I think they have a lot more partnerships than ever as well, because of their recent like putting games on PS5. So I think there's a lot more developers who want to work with them because of that. So I think we could see some crazy new announcements. I think that factor alone might end up making this show a little better. But yeah,
the potential is there, of course.
And hopefully we get some crazy Game Pass announcements on the level of Expedition 33 that just came out of nowhere. I need something on that level to show up. But any final thoughts on either Summer Game Fest or Xbox Game Showcase before we wrap up the show?
Yeah, man, I'm excited. It's creeping up. It's crazy that it's all happening literally right next to a launch of a new console. So it's a ton to dive into. But yeah, I'm excited, man. The future is full of a bunch of high quality games, man. That's because that's all we're getting right now. So even like smaller titles like Fantasy Life I literally just came out. It's like supposed to be amazing, right? So,
and if I wasn't reviewing this game, I would be on that shit. Like, I'm so sad that I'll have to put that on the back burner. But
yeah,
it is. Yeah, that's probably, well, it's not gonna be my next game because I'm going straight into the Switch 2 shit. Damn, yeah. I hate this.
I know. It's just high quality after high quality. Level 5 too, right? It's a level 5 joint.
Yeah, and they've actually been pretty successful. They had 500,000 sales right out the gate.
Yeah,
which is pretty big for that game. But yeah,
and they even had I was gonna say, like, if I could go back and change one of mine, maybe I'd say like White Knight Chronicles 3 or some shit as my 1%er. Because I think White Knight Chronicles was a good idea. It's just bad execution, you know. But I think with the tech now, they could definitely do it. Because it was kind of like MMO-ish, you know.
Yeah,
so
it had that single player MMO vibe.
Exactly. That'd be crazy. But yeah, man, it's just so many games.
Yes. Speaking of, did you see Level 5 is doing a Switch 2 edition upgrade for Switch 2 for what am I saying, like a dragon?
Fantasy Life.
Fantasy Life I.
Really?
Yeah. You know how much it costs?
How much?
$2.59. $2.59. $2.59 for the upgrade.
That's it?
Yeah. I don't.
Okay, you know what? I might just cop it on the Switch. That's not bad.
So yeah, everyone was like, "Why this amount?" Like, I'm glad it's cheaper, but such a random amount to do an upgrade. At that point, might as well just be free. But you know, it is what it is. But shout out to Level 5. I think, just to throw a Nintendo Direct prediction, we're gonna see those Level 5 games switch to like Deca Police and some of their other ones. We're gonna see those for that Direct with the Switch 2 versions. Wasn't Professor Layton at the Switch 2 announcement? Or am I tripping?
I think so.
Or was it in the Nintendo Switch 1 Direct beforehand? I can't remember.
Hey, that game's gonna be. I think that game's gonna be big too. Professor Layton.
Yeah, Professor Layton's always been. It's just been absent for so long, but it's a big one for fans of it.
Yeah,
I'm more excited about Deca Police and what was the other one? Inazuma 11. But yeah, with that is it. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in and all the people leaving comments in the chat. We do appreciate your support. Make sure you guys hit that like because we love you guys and it helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed the show, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated for when Dual-Wield premieres. And with that, appreciate you for pulling up, talking games with me, Subeg. Where can we find you? What you got going on?
Yes, so y'all can find me on all the socials. It's either Subeg Dollywell or Subagles or Avatar Subeg, one of those. Twitch, I haven't streamed in a minute, but hopefully I could stream soon. I've just been hella busy, bro, honestly, like, just been grinding. I always talk about, like, you know, you add one thing and then you have to subtract something else, right? It's like I've been consistent with the gym, I've been doing all that, so my streaming has gone down. So it's like literally always something, but y'all can find me there sometimes, hopefully more consistently if I buy myself the time. But yeah, that's the bagels. But yeah, Discord servers, wherever. I'm in a lot of them, so whichever one, y'all can talk to me there. But yeah, that's it. That's really it.
Ain't no doubt. As for myself, Don Otaku, you can find me on Twitter at PastaFeet F3ET. You can find me on Twitch, maybe. Actually, I was thinking, oh yeah, I can stream the Switch 2 when I get it, but then I would have to move my dock into here because I don't have a third party or like a second dock that I can use on my PC, and it's a lot of work, but we'll see. We might do it. So yeah, maybe I'll stream Switch 2 when that happens on twitch.tv/DonSolo. And then what else we got going on? Of course, you can find me right here on YouTube at Don Otaku, where not only are we doing Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast every Thursday, Project Entitled Gaming Podcast, Work Entitled, every Saturday, live, pull up, talk shit, whatever you want to do. It's a fun time. But let's see. I'm gonna be having my review on Lognet for the game that I've been playing next week at some point, probably before the next show if I remember correctly. I can't remember what the embargo date is, but it should be soon. So there's that, and the next episode that we'll be doing will be focused on the Switch 2, since I believe, what day will that be? That'll be the day before, or really for us the day of, because we'll be picking it up. Or when did you get yours at GameStop? You didn't get yours at GameStop? Oh, okay.
Online.
Yeah.
I might. There's a chance it might slip even past the 5th. So hopefully I get it on the 5th.
Shout out to GameStop for once. I'm gonna be 9 p.m. getting my Switch. I ain't gonna be the first one in line, but I'm gonna be in line for sure.
You'll be there, yeah, for sure.
So yeah, that is what I'm gonna be on.
Hell yeah.
With that, any final words for the people to get them through the rest of the week?
Through the rest of the week, 7 more days until we're in a brand new Nintendo generation. It's wild, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. Can't wait, actually, because Nintendo, they be killing it, man. They be killing it with their output and stuff. So I just can't wait to see like how it goes from here.
But how can you be excited when you know that you have to have internet to play your console? Don't you? I'm just kidding. But anyways, with that, let's go ahead and get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy your week, weekends, month, year, life, all that. Bye-bye.
Peace.
Free Larry Hoover.